From the Lodge Mahal in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Slick Rick, and normally the person by my side each and every show is Skull Mike. But tonight, he's about 50 feet away. He is going to be playing on the felt tonight with this great crew in a game of 2-5 No Limit Hold'em. And we're going to have Tom Penz, I believe, join us a little bit later on. There you see Dewey's going to be in seat 1, buying in for a 500. Everyone else in for 1,000. Naked James in seat 2. Skull Mike will be in seat 3. Kazim will be in seat 4. Carla is going to be in seat 5. Josiah Esquire, you've seen him before. He's going to be in seat 6. Cash Money in seat 7. Krista, who's been on a few streams before, is in seat 8. And Jacob, the wild one, is in seat 9. And we've got a action-packed game on a Wednesday night Humpday edition of Poker Night at the Lodge. Big Daddy D is in the box. Alex, there you see the Lodge cam. A lot happening on a Wednesday night. There you see Skull Mike scratching his head right there, going towards the front counter. Don't know where he's going, but a lot going on. We got the Wednesday night PLO tournament. We've got a lot of cash games. Remember, folks, we will not have a stream on Saturday or Monday because we will be out celebrating in Viva Las Vegas. The big party, November 6th, as Alex is shuffling up and getting ready to go. Button is in the seat 6. New camera's looking sweet. And we will have Joke of the Night at 9:15. As always, one if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. In honor of Mike, let's see if the soundboard is working. Hello, people of Chatsville. Let's set the overtime number right now. 300 is the overtime number on or before 10:30. We need 300 likes to go to overtime.
Cutoff time's 10:30. Everybody knows that. It's a 10:30 cutoff.
So there you go. Get your likes in early. I think before the show even started, we had 20 likes. So we had a $20 straddle by Naked James in the 2 seats. Calls, as does Kazim with Big Slick. Carla lets it go. Josiah Esquire wearing his winterish hat and scarf. Don't know if it's that cold outside. It did get a little fall-like weather, but I'm talking like in the 60s, not in the 40s, but who knows? Everybody to each their own. Big Daddy D gives us a flop. King, Queen, Deuce, couple of diamonds. Kazim nails the flop with a king with the ace kicker. Top, as some people like to say. Yes, Stephen Reisman, I will probably give the cricket in honor of Skull Mike. Doesn't laugh at any joke. Don't think he actually has a sense of humor. He's self-admittedly dark inside. But he's going to be over there in seat 3. His chips are there. Don't know where he is. He's still in the front of the room. Heads up. 5 of clubs, and Kazim will lock this pot up right here, just hoping with the bet. James was hoping an ace didn't hit because he would have been stuck there. Got a lot to tell you about, too. In addition to the big party on Saturday night, we've got the I-35 Cup. That is a little endeavor between the Lodge and Rounders. Rounders is a poker club in San Antonio, about 95 miles south of here on I-35. That's why we're calling it the I-35 Cup. The week of Thanksgiving, Tuesday the 23rd through Monday the 29th. Both clubs are going to have 2 flights per day on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We will skip Thursday because that is Thanksgiving. And we'll have 2 flights, noon and 6 p.m. It's a $500 buy-in, 30-minute levels. We're guaranteeing in this tournament $500K. We know it's going to go way over, but we're going to guarantee $500K. Not too shabby. We'll play down in each club to 9 players. On Sunday, send every one of those 18 players to the Lodge here in Round Rock. We'll play down to a final table, and we'll stream it live from start to finish on Monday. Somebody's going to walk out of here with a pot full of money. And that'll all happen Thanksgiving week while people are at the shopping malls and doing this and doing that. Why don't you play a little poker? $500 buy-in. I know I'm going to do it. So we'll go 3 ways to a flop. Josiah raised to 105. Jacob and Naked James call. Josiah raised with 3-4 suited in the cutoff position. 10-6 deuce. Pair of tens for Naked James vaults to the lead. Straight draw for Josiah. James will check. Josiah continues his story. Bets a buck and a squirt. Over to Jacob, an action player. We've seen him before. He's going to let it go. Over to Naked James. He's going nowhere. I'm telling you that right now. He's only got 810 behind. He calls. This is a match stack game, Jack of Diamonds, so it is a $1,000 cap match stack, though. As soon as player gets more than 1,000, any player can buy into that largest amount. Here's a big bet from Josiah. Bets 230 now. Quick call from Naked James. Both players, Naked James and Josiah Esquire, have made it to the Wall of Honor for our chats, for our live stream stars. Another 10, so trips for Naked James. He goes all in. Josiah is going to have to fold this. The story that was never told there for Josiah. 131 in the live chat. Hello, Scotland. We had you down as Sockland the other night for the first hour. You were actually winning as Sockland. When we changed it back to Scotland, you lost a little, so maybe you should go by Sockland from now on. See the usual suspects. I see Nakia in the chat. Nakia, Racer Nerd, as always. Racer Nerd sent me a text that he's all packed or getting packed for Vegas. I can't wait to meet Racer Nerd and his lovely wife. Nakia and Joe will meet me at the airport on Saturday morning at 6 a.m. We'll take the flight out to Vegas nonstop, get there at 7 a.m. And we'll go over to Planet Hollywood and start the journey. We're going to document it on Instagram. So if you don't have an Instagram account, get one. Doesn't cost you anything. And follow Skull Mike and I. Skull Mike is at Skull Mike Poker, and I am at Slick Rick Lodge, at Slick Rick Lodge on Instagram. And we're going to document the whole weekend, specifically at the party. Most at the party, we're going to have video and pictures of all the people that are attending the big party. There's Skull Mike sitting in C3. Pair of eights for Kazim. Carler with pocket fives. But Naked James is the one who bets with pocket sevens. Dan G is in the chat. Derek Myers. The Real Salami. Usual suspects, 154 in the live chat on a Wednesday hump day. There's a 9-ball. 3 of hearts, meaningless 3 of hearts. Kazim's going to win this with a pair of eights as long as he stays in. Check, check. Naked James giving Big Daddy D some hell. Sharon Barth, the Yoda of chat. She's out in Vegas. Sharon Barth. Tony, I agree with you. I'm a night of Packer, or maybe even morning of Packer. But that's just me. Some people like to make sure everything is in perfectly, and I have been known to forget some things too. So there's something to be said for actually giving some thought for packing for your trip to Vegas. Don't usually do that. I plead guilty. Get my bag, my Bally's leather bag that I got comped years and years ago. Perfect carry-on. Put my stuff in, and I'm off. Matty J is in the house. Matty J, who named the wheel. Let's give Matty J his proper respect.
What's the matter, dog? You in Paris? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence.
Wheel hasn't come out tonight, won't come out. Ace, deuce, queen, all diamonds. Skull Mike with a straight draw and a diamond draw. Goes check all the way around. There's the straight for Skull Mike. Free rolling also with a diamond draw. 2 pair for Kazim. Skull Mike bets 175. I don't think Kazim's folding. 2 pair. Getting the massage. Feeling good about yourself. Dan G, I'll talk to Poobah to see when they are going to actually put together the Spring Mayhem, which is February 22nd through March 6th, the Spring Mayhem events. I think they're still working on something. This new I-35 Cup, let's see what the river is. Ooh, the boat, Skull Mike. Down goes Frazier. Skull Mike can't like that board pair. It's on Skull Mike. He tells Kazim, it's on me. Don't know what I'm going to do here. Skull Mike looks at him. In his native habitat, Skull Mike checks. Kazim says, I got the boat. I'm going to bet 250. Skull Mike's going to go nowhere. He makes the call and loses. Runner. And he just paid for his massage. Skull Mike, reaching in his Vegas money wallet, pulls out some black chips. Cumulative winnings. There you see Kazim up $1,000. Naked James up $385. Skull Mike and Josiah Esquire currently throwing the party. Dinner for 4. No wine. $500. There you go. Dan, Grand Poobah, says when he gets back from Vegas, he'll get it together and finalized. We have it 99% done. I just want to add that mystery bounty to the tournament. I love that idea. Love it. Mystery bounty. Win a bounty, don't know what it is until after the tournament's over. How cool is that? Your bounty could be worth $25 or it could be worth a lot of money. I love that idea. Josiah Esquire folds, but Cash Money comes along. Cash Money with the tattoo of lips on his neck, still there. Yeah, Rampage came out with his Lodge vlog. Check it out. I think after one day released, it had over 120,000 views. Check it out. It features the Lodge Mahal right during the busyness of Millionaire Mayhem. You can see the power of the room in his vlog, along with some amazing hands. So check out Rampage's vlog featuring the Lodge Mahal. Skull Mike with pocket sixes. Naked James with airheads on the rail. He needs more sugar. 10-7 deuce. There's Dewey sitting in seat 1. Yeah, Mystery Bounty's going to be fun. Good call from Poobah and Anthony Chester. River is a deuce. Skull Mike's going to win this pot as long as he stays in. Sixes and deuces. Showdown value for Skull Mike. And Big Slick goes down in flames for Naked James. Guess Skull Mike has got to fix his hoodie strings as Naked James puts a bunch of sugar into his mouth. think he put the whole pack of airheads right into his mouth. I guess Sharon and Sharon and Cheryl are both out in Vegas right now, playing a mini main, having some fun out in Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. A lot of us from the lodge. I know Skull Mike's going tomorrow night. Kia, Joe, and myself going Saturday. Party is Saturday night. Pictures to follow on Instagram at Slick Rick Lodge or at Skull Mike Poker. You know, somebody asked, are you going to have a photographer there? And I said, there's going to be 100 people there, all with Instagram accounts. I think this party will be well documented. Krista raises to 100 with her Gretzky pocket nines. Cash Money says, I'll come along. Naked James with the ladies.
The ladies.
Here comes the flop. Seti Maggette, Boat City for Naked James. Smashes that flop. But Krista, continuing to tell her story, looks like 150 is the bet. What does Naked James do here? Beware of a quiet Naked James. Red flags everywhere with a quiet Naked James. 3 of hearts. Krista is going to shut it down here. Naked James asks her what she has. He's going to reach out for 300, I believe, is the bet. Krista folds. $210 in the live chat. 30 minutes into the stream. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people at that party. I know Ryan DePaulo will be there, Jeff Boski, Johnny Vibes. We're just talking vloggers now. Mariano Rampage will be there. Lots and lots of folks are going to be there. Who knows who will show up? We believe Chance Corneth will be there, along with Justin Young, and we're hoping. Now, Mike Matisow said, can my documentary, I guess somebody's following them around with a camera. They're filming a documentary of the life of Mike Matisow. He said, can I bring the cameraman? I said, sure, bring the cameraman, but if you're going to bring the cameraman, can you bring Phil Helmuth with you? I guess they're buddies. He says he's going to do his best. Who knows who will show up? I just don't know who's going to show up at this party. We've got about 10 spots that we held back just in case a VIP wanted to show up. $50 raise from Skull Mike. Kazim and Carla will come along. Carla's got a drink on the table. Get that drink off the table. Thank you very much. Jack 710 is the flop. And yeah, we're going to be going to lunch with Big Tony on Saturday. Excited about that. I'm sure I'm going to fit Pizza Rock in at some point.
Hold on. You didn't tell her to get her soda off the table when she had it. Oh, now you act like you didn't see it.
It wasn't open. Oh, I guess that's
Kazim
I know, it's what it is.
bets 50. Carla will back out and fold. Skull Mike with a pair of 10s in the lead right now. 9 outs for Kazim. That's not one of them. Skull Mike's going to win this hand. Get a little bit of Kazim's money that Kazim took from him. Hello, Ahmed from Egypt. Welcome back. Absolutely, Nakia.
You're good.
Thinking at least once. The old Pizza Rock. It's going to be a crowded weekend. There's the fight, big fight out there. There's a professional bull riding tournament. There's also the professional bull riding, rodeo there. Also the World Series of Poker. It's going to be, and of course, our party. There you see the Lodge Cam. Big PLO tournament going on every Wednesday night. A lot of cash games going on. It's just another Wednesday night at the Lodge. Right before this, I had to dart on over. I had my high school football radio show on Wednesday nights. I got 5 more of those, and then we'll be done for. I won't have to race over on Wednesday night from across town. Dewey with King Jack. Raises on up to 20. Naked James calls. Skull Mike gets out of the way. Carla on the button calls with Jack 6 suited.
I really never thought I would be the person who talks more than
Dewey likes that shit. All night long. I got to keep sliding these motherfuckers so they can see it. Put a 9 out there.
Thank you, Mance Fine. 998. Yeah, we've been looking forward to this for months, actually. Originally, we thought we got a commitment from the people, the great owners of the lodge. If we can get to 12,500 subscribers, we want to celebrate with the great people of Chatsville and do a party out in Vegas. Well, we got to 12,500 subscribers, and now we're at over 18,000 subscribers. So we want to lift a glass at the party. Skull Mike and I are both probably going to say a little toast. It's very small, something short and sweet, but thank all the people of Chatsville. We always say the people on the stream and the people in the chat make the show. Skull and I are just at the wheel of this party bus we call Poker Night at the Lodge. Sharon, actually, yes. The answer is, I don't know if it's a limo, but it's definitely, we are getting picked up at the airport. We're balling this weekend. We're living like ballers. That's all. Skull Mike is going to raise it up 75 with Ace 5 suited. Skull Mike's trying to earn some Vegas money here. E. McKenzie says he's going out tomorrow. Derek, you try. You do your best. If you can make it, we'd love to see you. If not, no worries. Alex gives us a flop. King Deuce 5, couple of diamonds. Pair of kings for Naked James. Pair of 5s for Skull Mike. Jack of Hearts. Yeah, I don't know. I never rent a car there, Sharon, so I never know about valet and what that cost is. In the 100+ times I've been to Vegas over my lifetime, I've never once rented a car.
every time I turn, I'm like,
Buck and a squirt is the bet from Naked James. Jacob comes along. A jack on the river. Jacob's carving out chips. Quick call from Naked James. And Jacob says, good call. Naked James, quick call. Oh, yeah. Pokerface Ash will be there. Definitely. She will be there. Looking forward to seeing Pokerface Ash. DQ will be there, of course, because it's his suite. A lot of people from the lodge will be there. Be fun. Joke of the night coming up. Let me tell you about our sponsor real quick. Do you have any questions about mortgages? Like, can you qualify? What does it take to buy a home? How much do I need to put down? And what if I don't have great credit, or even what if I'm self-employed? James Stewart gets asked the questions every day, and the great news is it costs you nothing to get the answers you need to make a decision for you and your family. Just contact James the Milkman Stewart, who works for Guaranteed Rate, which is the second largest mortgage company in the United States. Call him at 512-800-0838 or email him at james.stewart@rate.com. That's james.stewart@rate.com. He's licensed in Texas and Arizona, and he is a great friend and a sponsor of Poker Night at the Lodge. We'll read that again a couple more times throughout the night. Thank you, James the Milkman Stewart. All in from Jacob. Don't know what he has. There we go. Pocket fours for Jacob. Card reader's finally caught up there. Goes all in for 335. Nobody's going to call. Maybe Josiah Esquire. Josiah says, we're not playing deuce 7. You know that, right? Josiah says, I don't want to flip. I'll let you have it. Jacob shows the pocket fours. Victoria is asking for a Baccarat partner. I'm sure if Sai's out there, he will play with you. But he plays in the VIP section over at the Venetian. He bets many, many chips per hand in that great game known as Baccarat. Yep, there's a number tonight, 300. On or before 10:30. 300 likes gets it to overtime.
Cutoff time's 10:30. Everybody knows that. It's a 10:30 cutoff.
255 in the live chat. It's just 8:38. Pocket deuces. James is trying to straddle after the fact. Oh, James, what a character he is. Colorful character. Naked James. I'm going to listen to some table talk every now and then here. Six of clubs. Jacob in the lead with a pair of tens right now. Carla's saying, give me this pot. I got a club draw. But the Krista has a higher club draw. As she calls, so a club would be disastrous for Carla. She would think she got there. No club, 5 of diamonds. Kazim is going to win with a pair of sixes, but if he stays in. But Carla's going to say, that's my pot. Give it to me. Putting pressure on. And with a $120 bet, she's going to win $310. Good bet. Skull Mike loves to play poker. Look, we all love to play poker. There's your VPIP. But some nights, we got like 4 players last minute who canceled. And we were able to fill the game pretty quickly, but there was 1 seat remaining. Skull says, I think I'm going to play. I said, go for it. We'll try to get Tom Penza in here to...
You know me too well, girl.
Tom Penza in here if later on to help me out. Look at all the tats from Cash Money. He and Damon, the tatted one, the hot dog eating wonder, would have a contest to see who's got the most arm tattoos. $115 is the raise. Heads up. Believe it's Cash and Jacob. Ace-6 versus King-Jack. There's a king. Both players hit a pair, but Jacob hit the top pair. All in. Call. Jacob way ahead right now. 4 outs for Cash Money. Alex says no more action. I'll give you a turn in river. There's the ace. Cash Money hits 2 pair. King of spades does not come. Boat City, runner for Cash Money. And Jacob.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Dan says he just got a huge promotion at work. That's always nice. Always a good feeling, Dan. Congratulations, fella. He says he might have to come to the Lodge Mahal for the big tournament. Come on. Which big tournament? Got a couple. The one here in November, just 3 weeks away, is the I-35 Cup during Thanksgiving week. $500K guarantee. $500 buy-in. You get 30-minute levels. Play at either Rounders or the Lodge. Rounders is in San Antonio. Of course, the Lodge is in Round Rock. Both clubs will have 2 flights on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at noon and 6 p.m. $500 buy-in, 2 flights. They'll play down each club will play down to 9 players on Sunday, and then they'll stop. They'll send those 9 players from each club to the Lodge on Monday. We'll play down to a final table, and we'll stream it right here from start to finish on Poker Night at the Lodge. On Monday, the 29th of November, right after Thanksgiving.
I checked dark. Well, then bet then. How much?
Joe Volpe, what's up? How are you? You're back from your World Series of Poker trip. Hope it went well for you, Joe. Ace Deuce 7. Pair of aces for Dewey. People leave and come to Vegas every day. Some hopes and dreams. Leave and come, leave and go.
I have a question for you. Why do you play it while we're playing? You don't have to. I just wonder, like, why. I always wonder.
Some players want to see their bluff, you know.
Yeah, in the middle of the actual game.
Queen of Diamonds.
We might get in the hand.
Big bet from Dewey.
An hour later, you say, oh,
He's going to win that hand.
some people don't like it. If you don't like it, we can change it. We got the stream on.
If I had to choose, I don't like it, but I don't care enough to ask you to shut it off, so it's fine.
The stream's on over there. So I just want to see how much.
I find it so weird.
I don't know why people would find it weird that we play our own live stream at our club. Not weird at all. Kind of why we're doing it. You knew what you were getting into when you signed up to be on a stream, that it was actually going to be on TV. Sorry about that, Krista. We're going to play the stream in our club. I think that's why we do it.
Same. I have my glasses at the bottom of my bag, but I can't see them all.
That's funny.
I think I can see myself in it.
295 in the live chat on a Wednesday night. Bill Weber, how are you, sir? Always good to see a Bill Weber in the chat. Three ways to the flop. All clubs, all puppy feet. 946. Pair of sixes for Krista. Open ender for Naked James. Krista says, I'll bet 40. No, I was listening, Victoria. She was actually talking about the TVs that we have surrounding the table. There's the straight for Naked James. No, nobody's watching the stream on their phone. By the way, we are on a 30-minute delay. We ask players not to even have their phones at the table, and certainly not watching the stream at the table, even though it's a 30-minute delay. They'd see hands that happened 30 minutes ago. No biggie. But we do have the stream on at the club. So if you ever play in the live stream, and you ever want to play on a Poker Night at the Lodge live stream, we're probably going to have the stream on. Kind of the point. There you go. With all those big screens, TVs that we have. Jim Garrett, hello from Northern California. Hello to you. No worries. We're moving on. Jacob with Big Slick raises it on up to 80. Dewey folds, as does Naked James. Skull Mike there in seat 3. Wearing the hoodie, the sunglasses, the baseball cap. He's got the entire Poker Pro kit, including the backpack. He's got it all. He bought it on Amazon, looking for how to look like a poker player. Found all the equipment necessary. Cash Money versus Jacob. Ace 3 versus Ace King. Big Daddy D, Alex will give us a flop. 10 Jack 5, couple of diamonds. Broadway draw for Jacob. Cash Money bets. Jacob calls. Jacob with 5 outs, needing a king or a queen. Doesn't come. Pair of threes, believe it or not. Could win this pot as long as Cash Money stays in. Sharon Barth said there's a call from Jacob with Ace King. Jacob's called a couple hands tonight with just Ace High. Sharon Barth says she just tried to tip the bathroom lady at the Rio and she wouldn't take it. Interesting. Just hanging out in the bathroom? Not taking tips? That's the one job that I truly believe tips are just a must in order to be a bathroom attendant. I mean, come on, folks. You want to spend your whole day in a bathroom? You better get tipped damn well.
What's his name, Jay?
25 minutes, joke of the day, joke of the night. I said it again, joke of the night. We did one day stream, and I called it joke of the day, and now I call it that. I'm going to have to break myself of that habit. Remember, we will not be on Saturday night, so check your Instagram for pictures of the party on Saturday night instead of the live stream. We won't be on Monday night either. But Wednesday night, the 10th, a week from tonight, we will be back for the fantastic Veterans Day special. We're going to feature veterans on the stream only. It'll be a 1-3 game, and we'll showcase the veterans, and we're raising money that night for the Wounded Warrior Project. We've already got the link all set up. Nothing's coming to us. Nothing's going to YouTube. It's all going to the Wounded Warrior Project. We've got the link in the description already. DQ's matching up to $5,000 of whatever Chatsville raises. So let's raise $10,000 together or more. And for a great cause. That's a week from tonight, the Veterans Day Showcase event. We've got more veterans playing than the stream will allow, so we'll have multiple tables that night. Big Daddy D gives a 3 of hearts on the turn. Quadrophenia for Carla, and she just checks. She just flops quads. Kazim rips with 2 pair and a straight draw. And Carla just brings them along. The more people in the pot. Let's see if she's going to lay down the hammer. Let's see if Kazim, she's going to have to bet here. She can't check raise here. Ooh, there's the straight for Kazim. He thinks he got there. But he was never in this. This was over before it started. 500. Kazim's going to call this because he just hit the straight. I don't see how he can get away. He got better on the river. He might even raise here. I don't think he's going to raise. But I definitely think he's going to call. 500. Carla lays down the hammer. Just waited and waited and waited. Let's listen to see if we can hear anything. Makes the call. Quadrophenia. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I believe Krista had pocket 6. If she would have boated on the river, that would have been ugly. Carla. Nice little bet. It's always fun to flop quads and get paid. Wow. Strawman sent me a picture on the Instagram of his great poker-related tattoos. Thank you for sending that, Strawman. Yeah, Donnie, if the pocket 6s, Krista's pocket 6s didn't fold, that would have been ugly. As Krista would have thought she binked the 6 on the river, but quad 5s. Very hard to beat. Hard to beat quads. $321 in the live chat. Looking for 300 likes. So if everybody in the live chat liked it, we're going to overtime by 10:30. Got another hour and 35 minutes before we even need to get there. Don't even know where we're at. I'll go out and check here in a minute. Jacob looking right at the camera. 3 players to a flop. 5-5 deuce. More 5s. Naked James makes the bet.
Yeah, dude, man, what the fuck, man?
Hello, my friend says this is my favorite poker stream. Thank you. Hello, my friend. Really appreciate those kind words. There's a lot of poker streams out there. A lot of people doing great work out there. Watch them all. That's what I say. Watch every single one of them. Support every one of them. We like them all. There's your VPIP numbers. Naked James. Who would believe? 82% VPIP. Very nice. Dewey at the bottom. Very surprising. 17%. Skull Mike. 23%. Come on, folks. 23% for Skull Mike. J.K. says Slick Rick sounds like Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man at times. Wapner at 6. Do I really?
Another 10.
Kmart sucks. 65 is the Rays. Naked James. Skull Mike folds, as does Kazim and Carla. Josiah Esquire on the button folds. Cash Money with Queen 8 offsuit. Carlos says Skull Mike might not get to play again if he doesn't step it up. 3 ways to a flop. Big Daddy D in the box gives us a flop. 8-8-5. Yeah, I agree. Naked James 5s are hot on the flop. There's a 9. 2 pair now for Jacob. Flush draw for both Dewey and Naked James. How about a club? Give me a club on the river. One time. No club. Jacob is going to win with 2 pair as long as he stays in. Dewey 115. Basically an ace high. Thinking about it. Carving out chips. I think he's going to fold. He's got a player behind him. Certainly not. He's going to make the call. Jacob is going to show the 2 pair. Mike Tyson says, I want to play at the Lodge. You can come. Lodge is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week off of exit 251 in Round Rock, Texas. Round Rock, the largest suburb of the great city of Austin, Texas, the 10th largest city in the United States. Round Rock is just about a 15, 20-minute drive. To the south, you'll hit the Capitol building, the great state of Texas in Austin. We're open 24 hours a day. We're a social club. Anybody 18 years or older can come and become a member. It's very easy. You can either pay a daily, monthly, or annual membership fee. That gets you to be a member of the club. Once you're a member, you can come and play cash or tournaments. Cash is pretty easy. You just pay $10 an hour. Tournaments, each tournament has a different one-time fee up front with the buy-in. So you don't pay an hourly fee when you play tournaments. We play at least 2 tournaments every day. Have to be a member to play either cash or tournaments. We don't take any rake on a cash game. You'll never see a dealer take any rake. It is all an hourly rate. Poker in front. Can't get you a chartered jet here. But I know Southwest is running some pretty darn good deals. And other airlines, Spirit, and you can make it to the Lodge Mahal. One of the great poker rooms in the country right now, getting all sorts of press. Yes, even midnight tournaments now. We're just going to start that. 10-8-3, I think 12-15. We're going to try a tournament every night. Don't think there's going to be any guarantees on that. 2 fair for Kazim. Whoever is there can play in it. Should be fun. Sharon says a dude from Michigan asked her about the stream, and he's a subscriber. Hope you're wearing your Lodge gear. The Yoda of Chatsville, Miss Sharon Barth. Skull Mike bets 225, trying to raise his VPIP with 6 high. 6 high, making a move. Will Kazim lay down the best hand here. Flush draw from Carla. Kazim has Carla behind him, so he's got to be a little worried about that. He's going to lay it down. Now, will Carla, she's not scared. She ain't scared. She makes the call. Skull Mike looking for 3 outs, a 5 or a 6. Ooh, very close. There's the hearts. Carla binks the river. Didn't need it, but binked it. Let's see if Skull Mike makes a move here. He's reaching for chips. Oh, Skull Mike. Don't do it, young man. He did it. 400. Quick call. Skull Mike says 6 high. Flush. Skull Mike. 15 minutes, joke of the night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. Good night, Sharon. We'll see you soon. That's funny, Nakia. Dr. Chestpain, thank you for noticing that I'm always enthusiastic. I do not own any piece of the lodge, but here's what I'll tell you. I enjoy what I do. When you enjoy what you do, you bring it strong every night. I don't know who's watching for the very first time, and so I want to try, do my best. Sometimes I don't feel it as much as others, but I do my best to remain enthusiastic. That's all I can do. I can always bring that to the table, to the stream, but I appreciate you noticing that. But no, I wish I owned a piece of the lodge. Believe me, but I don't. Get treated very well, though, by the people here at the lodge. Very family-oriented place. And they know what the stream is doing for the club. Believe me. Skull Mike calls the 80. Looked like it was, it was raised to 100 from Josiah with 5-4 offsuit. Cash Money and Skull Mike all in this pot together. Ace 6-4. No player with an ace, so Josiah vaults to the lead with his pair of 4s. Get Rich or Die Scratching. Joke of the Night comes up at 9:15. It's close to 9:15 Central Time as possible, which means about 10 minutes. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows your rules. Nah, Zoidberg. Not going to open my own club. I love the lodge. Believe me when I say this, folks. If you ever get a chance to get here, if you've never been here, you will notice right away that all the employees love it here. The owners have created an atmosphere where people love to and have fun coming to work, and so that's hard to do. There you see the cumulative winnings. Carla up 1,500, courtesy of those Quadrophenia 5s. Naked James up 821. Cash Money 594. Kazim up 45. Throwing the party tonight. Both Jacob and Skull Mike down 880.
Checks on 11.
880. Slick Rick running solo. We're supposed to have Tom Penza come in at some point during the evening. The Voice, as I call him. He truly is a comedian. He actually is a comedian. I'm a joke teller, not a comedian. That's what Skull Mike doesn't understand. He wants me to do a 5-minute routine at the party. I'm not a comedian. I tell jokes. Difference, big difference, folks. 3 ways to a flop. Skull Mike, Kazim, and Carla. I think we just saw this. King, Queen, 3. Straight draw, Broadway for Carla. Another 3. Carla's going to say, I'm going to put $100 out there. I think Carla just saw the Instagram post from Skull Mike saying earlier today about 5 o'clock saying, hey, we've got an extra spot on the stream. Who wants to play? Carla responded. And what a great response for her as she's winning the most tonight. There's your aggression frequency. There's Skull Mike at the top of that. He's very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
$342 in the live chat. Let me go out and see where we're at with likes. We're at 142 likes. 142. 142. There you go for people who think I sound like Rain Man sometimes. $100. So we need 300. So we're about halfway there. And we've got another hour and 23 minutes. We can do it. Absolutely, we're within striking distance. Naked James doesn't know it's on him. There you go. Come on now. Josiah Esquire wearing his winter Wonderland outfit tonight. There you see the lodge cam in front, the front half of the lodge mahal. We call that Slick's room. The back half, Skull's dungeon. Back half of the place is where we are, the live stream table. Check out, like I said, check out Rampage's vlog. If you want to see the Lodge Mahal in action at the most people we've ever had in the place, check out Rampage's newest vlog, I think 2 days ago. He was right here at the Lodge Mahal during Millionaire Mayhem, where we had 60 tables going on. It was incredible, an incredible sight. You'll see the power of the Lodge Mahal and what we can do and what we will do in the future for some of the big tournaments we can run. Kyle says, Moo, I don't know which company. I don't know which company makes the poker chips. I don't know. So can't tell you that. Not because I can't. I just don't know. But they are great poker chips. Very unusual. You don't see these at a lot of places. One of the reasons also. 6610. Skull Mike out in front with his Big Slick. He always tells me Big Slick and how he plays it. Chris the Cop's in the house. Hello, Chris the Cop. Having a friend, Chris the Cop, it's gotta be a good thing to have a friend named Chris the Cop. 175 is the bet from Skull Mike. Actually, to Skull Mike. He's going to call with Big Slick. Naked James with 2 pair. Skull Mike looking for an ace or a queen, or I guess a jack too will get him there. None of that falls. Naked James is going to improve to queens and sevens now. Five minutes away from Joke of the Night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. Naked James puts, believe, 500 out there. Actually, maybe a little bit more. 600 is the bet. Skull Mike cannot call here unless he does not like money. Thinking for ways he can call, but he's got Jacob behind him. No way. Skull Mike. Big Slick just is a drawing hand. He calls. Oh, my God. Over to Jacob. Jacob lays it down. Naked James not only has 2 pair, he has 3 pair. Skull Mike calling with an ace high. Says, if it was heads up, I'd say, we're going to have to talk. I'm going to have to ask him about that one because he had Jacob behind him. It wasn't heads up. V-Pip, Naked James 63. Let's see. Skull Mike was at 23. He's at 34 now. Dewey at the bottom, 17%. Krista, 21%. There you see everybody else. At one point, Naked James was over 80. Now he's at 69%. $367 in the live chat. Don't worry about Skull Mike. He is just fine, let me tell you. Dewey folds. James makes it 40. Josiah Esquire folds. Back over to Cash Money. Cash Money raises it on up with his pocket nines, the Wayne Gretzky hand. Krista calls. Looks like we're going to go 4 ways to a flop.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
4 ways to a flop. 577 in the pot. Queen, queen, deuce. Everything's catching up here with the hands and the card readers. We'll go to the turn. 4 of hearts. No, Skull Mike is not playing with House's money. I can assure you, Skull Mike is playing with Skull Mike money, printed and owned by Skull Mike. Card readers having a little trouble this hand. Deuce of hearts, so now we've got queens and deuces on the board. Sorry about this hand, folks. Don't know why the card readers are doing what they're doing. We're just going to have to guess here. There we go. Cash Money with his pocket nines, it looks like. They're going to win this hand as long as he stays in, but Krista puts out $250. Quick call. And Krista got caught speeding. She's got an ace. 2 pair with an ace, and Cash Money says, I've got a better 2 pair. Queens and nines. All right, here's the joke of the night. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. A woman awakes during the night to find her husband not in bed. She puts on a robe and goes downstairs to look for him. She finds him sitting at the kitchen table with a hot cup of coffee in front of him. He appears to be in deep thought, just staring at the wall. She watches as he wipes a tear from his eye as he takes a sip of his coffee. What's the matter, dear? She whispers as she steps into the room. Why are you down here at this time of night? The husband looks up from his coffee, says, it's the 20th anniversary of the day we met. She can't believe he has remembered that and starts to tear up. The husband continues, do you remember 20 years ago when we started dating? I was 18. You were only 16. Once again, the wife tears up. Yes, I do. The husband pauses. The words were not coming easily. Do you remember when your father caught us in the back seat of my car? Yes, I remember, said the wife, lowering herself into the chair beside him. The husband continued, do you remember when he shoved the shotgun in my face? Says, either you marry my daughter or I will send you to prison for 20 years? Yes, I remember that too, she replied softly. He wiped another tear from his cheek and said, I would have gotten out today. There's the joke of the night. One if you like it, two if you don't. Everyone knows the rules. Joke of the night. I was able to tell that slightly a little longer joke tonight than usual because Skull Mike is on the felt and isn't waving his hands in the air. In honor of Skull Mike, I'll give him this.
It is like a restaurant.
4 ways to a flop. Mixed bag today. Few ones, few twos. 9-8-5, couple of diamonds. Pair of eights for Skull Mike. Skull Mike.
What's up, Rick?
You're in the booth now?
Yeah, I thought the voice would be in here sooner, so I don't want to leave you here in the dark. I'm going to hang out for about 15 minutes. I'm playing bad, too, so.
Well, Skull Mike, we just saw you call with an ace high against a bet from Naked James, and we were wondering about that.
Yeah, it was a bad call. I just thought he was weak. Just wanted to see it. I was thinking about something else. It was a bad call. Donkey call.
Just told the joke of the night, so you gave me a 1. Thank you.
Was it funny? Well, I see a lot of ones. Nakia gives it a 1. So if Nakia gives it a 1, I'm going to trust her judgment.
Lots of ones, couple of twos. That's Joe, the Poobah's favorite line that I have. Lots of ones, couple of twos. Did you see the Quadrophenia by Krista in seat 5?
I've seen quad 5s 3 times in the last 2 days. It's crazy.
She played it very well, got paid off.
She did.
Josiah Esquire trying to make something happen tonight, just not happening for him. This may be the hand. Bets 225. Skull Mike with a pair of eights.
Yeah, I thought about it raising here. I thought Kazim was weak when he was. I was just really worried about Josiah. I didn't think Josiah would be going anywhere. Raise might have gotten through. Dangerous here. I was thinking about raising, but I let it go. Put Kazim on the exact type of hand that he had. And it's going to get a little spicy on the river.
Poobah. Jack on the river. Josiah's going to win with 2 pairs as long as he stays in this hand. All in from Kazim. And not a quick call yet. All in from Kazim. 613 smackers. Josiah Esquire. How can you get rid of this? You improved on the river.
He's going to not take that long, I don't think, to make his decision. He has his calling chips in his hand, and he makes the call, the correct call. Didn't even need that jack. The 9 was good, and he wins a nice size pot.
DM ... Bruno gives me a solid 1 on the joke, Rick. Thank you. Mixin Poker says he's checked in Vegas, landed with my Lodge live stream hat on. Mixin Poker, if you win that main event, remember the little people in your life that help make Mixin Poker a household name.
Yeah, he's been running good. Confidence is on an all-time high. So good for him.
I want to see Mixin Poker and Lamborenzo at the final table of the main event.
I saw Lamborenzo. He's flying back to Austin for a day.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe to do laundry.
and then going back. James' VPIP at 72, I mean, it's weird. I didn't think it was that high. It's tough being in the middle of James and Kazim because they're rarely ever folding, so it's tough. Tough night for myself. Good night for Naked James. Night's about to get better for some other players as Little birdie told me.
Hey, bring 5 in black.
Is that one of your favorites?
No, that's for you.
Can't be doing it.
Exciting stuff happening. Remember, folks, we will not have a show on Saturday or Monday. Just a reminder. We will be out in Vegas. Follow us on the Instagram at Skull Mike Poker or at Slick Rick Lodge. I'm sure a lot of the other 100 or so people there will also be posting videos and pictures from the party to end all parties. So you can be there even if you can't be there. We'll try to do some fun stuff there on our Instagrams. Jacob looking right into your soul right there. Checks. 394 in the live chat. Not too shabby on a Wednesday night. King 7-5. Ooh, the Little River Band. Wesley Moran says Skull Mike may need, he just needs a road trip listening to some Little River Band. I bet Skull Mike, do you even know who the Little River Band is?
Yeah, it's a band. Plays by the Little River.
The Little River.
Yeah.
They're good stuff. Naked James with the open-ended straight draw.
All good. I had a nice little warm-up session before this stream. Winning more than I'm losing currently in this little session, so I'll be okay. Trying to make some stuff happen, but not playing that well in that first hour. Thought we'd have the return of the voice. He says he'll be in here in about 20 minutes, and then I'll step back out. I missed you. It pains me to say I see you enough. I felt bad for little Slicky Ricardo in here in the bunker solo. It's a little steamy in here.
DQ with the $99 super chat. Can't wait for Saturday. DQ! We're going to be in DQ Suite. If we weren't in DQ Suite, we'd be in some little bar in Vegas. We thank him so much because we're going to be overlooking the Bellagio fountains, 51st floor of Planet Hollywood in pure luxury. Remember, eat before you come. We're going to have food, but it's not going to be dinner. Don't expect dinner, folks. There'll be drinks and hors d'oeuvres. Thank you, DQ.
I did have a sandwich day. Did you have a sandwich on National Sandwich Day?
What did I have? Nope, I had a little Chinese food. It's a little cold weather. I like to eat that hot and sour soup.
Chinese food on National Sandwich Day?
Yep.
That's blasphemy.
No, egg rolls are sandwiches, Chinese sandwiches. Had an egg roll.
Well, that's a debate for Chatsville to decide. Egg rolls, sandwiches. I think that's going to be a snap two from the entire chat.
Derek, you'll know people. We're all nice. Come alone. Most people are coming alone. So if that's what's keeping you from the party, don't worry about it. We are all nice people. You will have someone to talk to. 6-5-4. Couple of diamonds. Open-ended straight draw for Naked James and a pair of sixes. Open-ended straight draw for Kazim. There's a 9-ball. Kazim hits the 9-ball along with his open-ended straight. Egg rolls, you know, every seems like every place around the world, every nationality, every country has some type of wrap. Taco, egg roll, knish, gyro. Somebody has something folded into something. Calzone.
It's just a good way of eating, Ray.
Falafel. It's on the go fun.
It's called eating.
Yeah, it's on the.
It's called food.
It's on the go
It's
fun.
not everyone has a little something of everything.
Everybody has a little something wrapped.
Oh, Jewish
in
people have a dreidel.
No, Jewish people have a knish or falafel.
Catholic people have a Christmas tree.
No, I'm talking about nationalities,
and
not
I
religions.
switched it up. I switched it up on you. Quick pivot.
Naked James, 74%. Jacob, 55%. Skull Mike, you were at one time an embarrassing 17% more than a dead man. You were not going to be invited back to the stream if you were at 17%. You've since gotten it up to 33%. You were at 17%. Wow.
How is that possible? I've been straddling
No, this was a long time
I
ago.
haven't had much to work. I got big slick, completely whiffed, called it off like a donkey. I play so much with James though, and sometimes ace high is good so much of the time. I've called off more with ace high versus James and been right. So
Interesting. USA, none of the rap stuff. Let me see what an American wrapped up.
it's called a hamburger.
Pigs in a blanket. Corn dog. Corn dog. What about corn dog? That's as American as you can get.
Whoa,
Corn dog.
calm down.
We don't even got corn dogs.
Yelling about corn dogs. Who wants a corn dog? It's called a hamburger.
That's not a wrap.
It's close.
Hamburger's
It's,
not
God,
a wrap.
it's close enough. It's close enough. It was a hot dog, a corn dog.
Something encased in something. Corn dog. There we go.
Oh, buckle your seatbelts. Captain Skull speaking. I know this is a doozy one because I was here. Let's watch this hand real quick. So, the straddle is on, and then Jacob was in a conversation with Krista, and they were having a dandy old time talking about, I think, the Dallas Cowboys. Jacob put out the 30 there, not knowing that the straddle was on to 100, and then Alex gave him the option. He's like, oh, I don't really want to call the 100, so you're either going to have to forfeit your 30 or call the 100. Jacob's like, okay, I'll call the 100, sure. Then Jacob announces to the table here when we're in this multi-way. He says, oh, I need all low cards. So he says, oh, I need all low cards. Okay, so let's see what happens here. You watching this hand or are you engulfed in the chat?
I'm watching.
You deserve a break. I'll get off your ass. So, we're going to go. Is this 4-way to a flop here or 3-way? Dewey went all in for 356. Josiah makes the call, as does Jacob. 3-way to a flop. 1.1 in the middle. You just heard Jacob says, I need a bunch of little cards. You think little cards are coming, Rick? What do you think is coming on this flop?
I'd say little cards.
Little cards?
No sandwich bet because you've seen it already.
I'm not going to make a sandwich bet, obviously, but I'm right there. You think I do you that dirty? Come on, man. This is a low blow.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
That's the only button you press.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
What escalated quickly?
8-9 jack. Just a straight for Jacob. Don't you love when you flop straights?
When you call for low cards, you have Dewey all in. You have Josiah here betting a snap all in on the flop after the check. Goes check jam 1.2 right up Josiah Esquire Boulevard. Josiah saying maybe he's angling or something with aces or kings, kind of pulling that stunt pre-flop, but wasn't really angling. But total Bink City on this flop has Josiah in the blender. I wonder if he's going to pay it off or not. I know the answer. Let's see what he does. Might be able to get away. Rick, what do you think? He gets away from this or makes the call?
I'm just happy Josiah Esquire took off his scarf. What was he doing with a scarf on indoors?
He's got the beanie on. It's cold. It's rainy outside.
Not inside, unless you're in the men's bathroom.
You've seen plenty of poker players with the scarves around their necks.
$420 in the live chat. Blaze it if you got it.
One of the first things Rick says to me is, what time you landing tomorrow night, Mikey? I said, mind your own business. I'm going to be there, a day or two before you. He says, oh, I get in Saturday. Want to go to the dispensary? Josiah makes the call here.
Oh, my goodness. Straight.
Makes the call, practically drawing dead. Needs runner for the boat. Boy, oh boy, would that be disgusting. Maybe he gets in, a 9 or an 8.
Running clubs? Is he running clubs coming?
Running clubs as well.
Oh, my goodness.
What about runner boat for the absolute vomit sicko status as Alex gets this pot right? Does smell a little funny out there. There might be a little bit of vomit on the floor. I don't know if it came from this hand or maybe another hand. But there's 3.6 in the middle. Alex running one time Max Payne.
There's an 8. So now some outs for
9.
Josiah. A 9 or
9
8.
ball.
6 of clubs.
Doesn't count.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Thank you all for tuning in on a Wednesday night. If you are local, hope you are warm and fuzzy inside. If you're watching from Connecticut and your name's Nick from Yuma, I hope you took off your Cinderella costume. Halloween is over. And Jacob now a wealthy man with 3.6 in front of him.
DQ says Max Payne. That it was. Look at Jacob. Just pulling in the chips. Wearing his nice orange shirt in vivid color with our new cameras.
What do we need for overtime? Let's get these likes up.
300.
Let's get to 300. I want to go out there and win some money.
You can go. I've got it. We were doing just fine. I appreciate you coming in and giving me a little break on the...
A little bit of a booster. We have 430 in the chat. No reason why we can't get to 300 likes, people. We've stopped pushing the likes and we've stopped hitting overtimes. Maybe we need to get back on our horse
We're going to get there tonight.
and whip Chatsville to liking that
424 in
button.
the live chat. Chris the Cop says, where are these punters when I play?
They're here at the lodge, Chris. You need to move away from Staten Island. Get on a nice JetBlue flight from JFK. Come on down to Austin. We're about a half hour away from the airport. You know the exit. You sleep thinking about exit 251. We just live here.
Hey, and then he was like, I need a bunch of small cards. All right.
So was it Carla who you put a little Instagram message out needing player today, and
got
she
four
responded?
last minute cancellations on a rainy day. People don't know what to do on a rainy day. We had TM in the lineup. I know everybody likes TM. He was supposed to be slated on in here.
Yeah.
Did me dirty. We had Mikey Sides in the lineup. He got scared.
Uh-oh.
I won't announce any of the other ones, but I got some last minute replacements, and then Carla answered the call when you need her. She's there. And then she hit squads.
King 7 on the flop.
So you do good things for the stream responds and does good things back. That's how it works here. All right, I'm going to go back out there. The voice will be in here probably in about 10 minutes. Okay?
That's fine.
The voice.
David Perry says he's going to come to Austin the next year. My nephew bought a house pretty close. Come on by. Love to see you at the Lodge Mahal. Cash money with 11 outs. Five of spades. Cash money gets there with his straight. Actually, his flush. Almost a straight flush, but he had a straight and a flush. Let's call it a flush. The straight beats Skull Mike, too. And Skull Mike just cannot win a pot. Says he won earlier today. So sometimes that eases the pain when you lose. It's going to be a fun time. After this hand, I want to tell you about our sponsor one more time. The I-35 Cup coming the November, just in 3 weeks. November 23rd through the 29th in conjunction with our good friends Rounders in San Antonio. Rounders and the Lodge Poker Club will each have 2 flights on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, the 23rd, 24th, 26th, and 27th. Then on the 28th, both clubs will play down to their final 9 players. On the 29th, they'll send them here to the Lodge. 18 players will arrive to the Lodge with hopes and dreams. We'll get down to the final table and stream it live from start to finish on Monday the 29th. All it costs you is $500 buy-in, 30-minute levels. We're guaranteeing $500K in the prize pool. It's going to shatter that, we believe, on Thanksgiving week. So when everybody's out at the malls and at Bed Bath & Beyond and all the stores, you can be playing poker. How about that? Maybe that's your holiday gift. Maybe if somebody's shopping for you and it's going to buy your Christmas gift on Black Friday, maybe say, look, my Christmas gift this year, my holiday gift, my Christmas gift, Hanukkah gift, whatever you want to call it, I want an entry into the I-35 Cup so I can turn 500 into thousands. 4 players to a flop. Big Daddy D. Queen 10-4. Rainbow. Pair of 10s for Naked James. Bob Casey Ariel in the house. How are you, sir? Big Daddy D gives us a 9 of hearts. And an ace on the river. Pair of 10s is still going to be good. And Naked James is going to take down the pot. $235 goes over to Naked James. Tom Penza is going to join us. Take that first headset at the top and join us. The voice, I call him. The supervisor here at the lodge.
Howdy, howdy.
Who also does stand-up comedy. Thomas Penza.
What's happening, Rick? How's the game going?
It's fun. You see Skull Mike throwing the party right now, down 2,100.
Yes.
Throwing a party of 20 with drinks and out, with an open bar.
We'll have to throw a sandwich parade in his name.
He says he's not worried. I'm worried for him. Down 2,100, going to Vegas tomorrow. His arsenal, his Vegas arsenal, is going to shrink a little bit.
We'll get the run bat out of the way here, and that way he can crush in Vegas,
So tell us what's going on out at the lodge. We see the lodge cam. We've got a PLO tournament going on, Wednesday night PLO.
Yes, sir. We had our Wednesday night PLO free roll, $20 rebuys. Prize pool, I think, came out to a little under 5K. There's about 4,500 in the prize pool tonight. A little smaller turnout, but it was still not too bad for a Wednesday night free roll event.
Is there a guarantee for that tournament?
I believe it's 3,000,
Yeah.
3K guaranteed. Yep.
So tell us about this midnight tournament coming up that every night.
Yeah, it's something we decided to add to the schedule, kind of see how it went. There's some nights it's going to be better than others, I think, but something like a Tuesday night free roll where we have over 100 players. You make it deep in that tournament, you may not be in the money yet, but having another option for a tournament late at night isn't too bad of an idea. So
is it going to be every night? Midnight tournament?
Yeah. We're planning on running a schedule of 3 tournaments a day from here on out.
And it's no guarantee on that midnight tournament.
That is correct, yep.
So whoever enters, that's what it will be. I think it's a good idea. And a lot of people in and around that hour still want to play tournaments. Might have got knocked out of the nightly and will hang around to the midnight tournament.
Yeah, it's all about options here at the lodge. We want people to have a diverse range of options of things that they can do while they're here, and just something else to add to the list of things we do in poker here,
Opening a straight draw as well as the pair of 4s. King on the river. Pair of 4s for Carla. She can't think that's good. Josiah with 9 deuce, a pair of deuces. Got a little bit of showdown value. I think it would go check here.
Wouldn't put it past him in a pot here. He's an aggro player.
It's 100, and it looks like Josiah is going to raise it on up and take down the pot. And Carla shaking her head.
I can't believe my 4 wasn't good. It was.
So we've got, let me tell you a little bit about our sponsor, our latest sponsor. Do you have any questions about mortgages? Like, can I qualify? What does it take to buy a home? How much do I need to put down? What if I don't have great credit. Also, what rate can I finance at, and how much money can I take out if I do refinance? James Stewart gets asked these questions every day, and the great news is it costs you nothing to get the answers you need to make a decision for you and your family. Just contact James, the Milkman Stewart, who works for Guaranteed Rate, the second largest mortgage company in the U.S. Call him at 512-800-0838 or email him at james.stewart@rate.com. That's james.stewart@rate.com. He's licensed in Texas and Arizona, and one heck of an individual.
Also, loved him in It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes, I did. DQ with the $99 super chat says, Good Point West, my penthouse suite actually has 5 bathrooms, 1 hot sauna, 1 jacuzzi, 4 showers, including 1 party shower. Oh my! I wonder who is going to be the first one to use the hot sauna? Who is going to want to go into the hot sauna? DQ, we're going to have to give guided tours of this palatial suite. Can't wait. Saturday night, Planet Hollywood, the party to end all parties. A thank you to Chatsville from all of us here at Poker Night at the Lodge. The fine folks at Caesars Entertainment and, of course, DQ, the Lodge ownership. So many people to thank. King Jack 6, pair of kings for Naked James, now 2 pair. Squadouche for cash money. He says, I'm done playing. I will fold. David Perry, James Stewart had a wonderful life. Very good, very good.
Saw James rocking a almost 80% VPIP. Standard operating procedure.
P. Willie, don't think it's going to be a sausage fest. Lots of women coming. Lots of women coming to our party. It's not going to be a sausage fest. Even if it was, it's good company. A lot of drink, little food, great company equals good party. And don't forget the fine folks at Caesars Palace holding at least 2 tables for us. We're going to walk across the street in single file line from Planet Hollywood over to Caesars Palace. And poker room manager over there says we will hold 2 tables for you at 10 p.m., 1 higher limit, 1 lower limit. Anybody at the party wants to play poker right after the party? I wonder if a party filled with poker players will actually want to play poker. You think?
I think.
Yes,
I think
do
with
too.
this crowd, definitely.
I do too. We might have to reserve a 3rd table. I know 2 tables should be enough. And he said, it's going to be packed in Vegas. You got a fight going on. You got bull riding going on. You got the World Series of Poker going on. A little bit something going on for everything in Vegas right now.
Hey, let me get another water.
Guys, real quick, everyone, I know you already scanned. Just help me out and scan again real quick.
Yeah, some water.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Magic.
And we're going to need a guided tour. I've seen that place on your Instagram, DQ. Pretty impressive. Ace, Queen, 8. Pair of queens for Kazim. Straight draw for Carla.
Kazim raised it up pre. He's going to bet again. Continue the story. Jack 9 now has a 7-card straight gut shot. See if that helps induce a call. Nope.
And Kazim is going to win this pot. Let me check something out here. We need 300 likes on it before 10:30 to get to overtime. We're at 208. So while we're on this little break, on the count of 3, we got 427 in the live chat. Do me a favor. This one favor. I think we've given you some good entertainment for free tonight. Can you give us just a like? Don't have to pay anything. Just hit the like, exit out of chat, hit the thumbs up on the count of 3. You ready? Let's see if we can get it up from 208 to 300. 1, 2, 3, exit chat, hit like, Bam, bam. And let's see. We got to 213. We got 5 likes. Thank you for whoever did that. 418 in the live chat for whoever did that. Wes, I hear you want these patches. We'll look into that. Haven't heard about patches and the need for patches, but we've got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, coins. I'm going to bring some coins with me. I'll have some in my pocket at the party if anybody wants to buy some.
You going to be at the party with a trench coat? You just open the trench coat up?
And just show all the merchandise? No. Somebody asked, do we have to dress up? Somebody emailed me, is this a dress up party? No, just wear something nice. Nice shirt, pair of nice jeans. You'll fit in.
The only thing that's mandatory is pants.
Yep, wear pants. Racer Nerd says he'll have his coin in his pocket for good luck. That's awesome. Dewey hadn't played too many hands tonight. Got top pair with the queen kicker now. Races to 155. Josiah Esquire wearing his winter attire. Folds, and Dewey's going to take the pot down. Nakia says she's dressing up. See, that's the great thing about Vegas. People who dress up and get glitzy will fit in with somebody who's in a nice pair of jeans and a Tommy Bahama shirt. I mean, it's just the way it is. Be comfortable, folks, but, understand it's a party that we're going to have fun at.
A7 suited.
Daniel J says Skull Mike's going to roll out the blinged up hoodie. That would be fun. Just really say thank you to all the people of Chatsville who have taken this show from 1,000 subscribers on March 1st to well over 18,000 as of today on November 3rd. 8 months. Pretty incredible ride. 7-6 deuce, couple of spades. Straight draw for Kazim, pair of sevens with ace kicker for Dewey. DQ with the $99 super chat. DQ is bringing his coins and his Max Payne swag to Vegas. 100% of all profits will go to the charity Snack Pack for Kids. Awesome. DQ, always thinking of good things. Fantastic.
This is my favorite thing about watching Josiah play. His call button is completely broken. It just does not work.
He raises or folds, right?
Yep. Just constantly on the aggressive. He's very good. Loves to put pressure on people. Dewey not going to get bullied here.
Yes, Chris the Cop. We will be documenting it on both my Instagram and Skull Mike's, and probably about 70 other Instagram people you may be following who may be at the party will also have stuff on their Instagram. Going to take pictures. So if you have Instagram, follow us at Slick Rick Lodge. For me, at Skull Mike Poker. For Skull, we'll try to do a live video or two. We'll take pictures. Even though what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, at this party we want to document it, and we feel like there's going to be enough people with Instagram accounts that's going to document the hell out of this party. Josiah looking for one of the 2 remaining queens.
I think they changed the mission statement there of Vegas. It's what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas or ends up on OnlyFans.
That's good. Yeah, I grew up in a different time when not everything needed to go on social media. You wouldn't want everything to go on social media. God knows anybody age 40 and older and what we did in college and high school for it to be on Instagram, you wouldn't want it. You wouldn't want to know. Believe me. There's your cumulative winnings. Naked James leading the pack up 2,100. Carla up 1,200. Cash Money up 1,200. Jacob 491. Dewey 371. Throwing the party still is my good buddy, my partner in crime, Skull Mike. Boy, Kia's going all out. Getting her hair done, wearing a short dress. My goodness. That's awesome.
Can we put the stream on there then? Because I can't see.
Joseph Costello, I did do some questionable things in high school. Didn't we all? Slops, how the heck are you doing, buddy? Your partner, Lamborenzo, has been killing it in Vegas. Guess he's back for a day. What, did he come home to do laundry? And then he's going back. He's been there a month, comes back for a day and going back. Why do you think he did that?
I think laundry's as good a guess as any.
I mean, come on.
Girlfriend aggro? I don't know. Could be.
I mean, Jenna the puppy girl has been with him since they've been out there a month, Tom. And he's been doing well. He binked an $88,000 tournament, finished third.
Nice.
He wins every time he hits the craps table. He's having the time of his life, Lamborenzo.
Best shoes in the game.
Racer nerd, I do remember that. I know you're just doing the usual, Nakia. You always look wonderful. Still remember that red long jacket you wore on one of the streams. That was sharp. King 6-3, couple of diamonds. Pair of kings, ace kicker for Jacob.
Got the Queen 10-0 leading out with napkins. Zeem. Jacob trapping pre with ace king suited. Nobody bit on the trap. He's going to put a little raise in now. Get it through. James alleging that Mike got dealt pocket aces while he was gone. Pocket aces versus ace king on a king high flop. That might have been Mike being unstuck, but you know, he's got better things to do right now.
Tommy Penza joining me in the booth, the
Yes,
voice.
Sir.
The man who, see, Skull Mike says, Slick, you need to do 2-minute, 3-minute routine for the party. I said, Skull, I'm a joke teller. I'm not a comedian. There's a difference. He doesn't understand that. Big difference between a guy who tells jokes and a comedian. Am I right, Mr. Comedian?
Yes, sir. And people do it to me too. They want me to. They're like, tell me your best joke. I'm like, really? While I'm sitting here in my work shirt, like trying to figure out dealer strings? Come on. Come see a show. If you want to hear some stand-up, come see me on a stage.
I still
doing
haven't
stand-up.
seen you live. I've got to do that.
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm pretty much doing every Thursday now, so I'll be kind of all over the place. But last week did a little set at the Brass Tap in the Domain. This week, probably the same thing. Probably going to be in downtown Austin as well. Do a little earlier show, maybe 8 o'clock.
Seti McGetty for Dewey.
Versus Aces, too. Ooh-wee. We're going to be seeing some loot fly into this pot.
Yeah, Slops. After this hand, I want to tell you about systems in Vegas.
We're going to get a flat from the Aces. Backdoor flush draw as well. I think every single turn card, Dewey is going all in. Maybe he'll bet 300 again, but I think he's going to rip it here. protect against the draw-heavy flop.
2 outs. One of the 2 remaining aces. Must be cold out there. People are wearing blankets now. Here's an all-in moment for Dewey as he looks to the ceiling. Does not look at cash money.
Hard to fold this here, too. You have the ace of spades, so your opponent obviously isn't doing this with the nut flush draw, but a lot of draws out there. Still live, of course, even if his opponent does have a set. He's still got 2. Might be ahead sometimes. This is tough. I didn't see what happened pre-flop, but I think the ace is just called. I don't recall exactly.
Look at Dewey. He calls. Dewey's going to show his set.
Yeah.
And cash money says, I do have an out. I have 2. Ace of hearts, ace of clubs.
Looking for the Barry Greenstein.
Ace on the river. King.
Close.
And Dewey will win this pot. So slops, Lamborenzo has this strategy for craps. And he spends about 6 minutes, 10 minutes tops, and he walks out of there $10,000 at a time. Vegas sends limos for people with strategies. But God love him, man. I want Lamborenzo to win every time he hits that craps table, but I just, I don't know what strategy he's using, but I know Vegas casinos usually send limos with guys with strategies, especially on craps. Craps and roulette. I love the people who say, I got this great strategy for roulette.
I have a great strategy for roulette.
You do? Does it work?
I do. It did when I used to play roulette.
But see, here's my thing. Here's my question to anybody out there. If you had a strategy that worked, why aren't you doing that every single day and every minute of your life? If it truly works, go do it. Go own the casino.
The strategy is to run good.
Yeah, that's.
I did once hit the number 32 in roulette, and I had it flowered in quarters.
Wow.
Paid about a little under 4,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hit one time I always walk by. Obviously, you walk by a roulette table every time you're going to your room, whatever. And one trip, it was always every time I walked by, 33, black 33, black 33, every single time.
Terrible wheel.
And I finally said, screw it. And I put $100 in the corner, between 4 numbers, with black 33.
Got it for 800?
And it hit 33. And I just picked up my chips and walked away, and people were looking, oh my God, you just walked up and did that. I said, I don't know how I did it, but black 33 has been coming up every single time, and it came up. There's boat for James
Boat over
and
boat.
Carla.
Carla getting free rolled here. If a queen shows up, it's going to be a bad day.
Yeah. Oh, the queen on the river.
Oh, jeez.
Naked James.
Too bad 800.
400. And the boat, the higher boat is going to get there. The queen on the river.
He's going to wish he thought about that bet some more.
Oh, my goodness. What a sick queen on the river. There's nowhere Carla's going.
Sometimes I can just feel those coming, Rick. I don't know what it is. Being around the games for so long, I don't know. Went to showdown, 45% for Skull Mike.
Hey, look, I can't wait to see Lamborenzo's system. I want to be there. I want to see him in 6 minutes win 20K. I love that.
She was like, I want to see that hand. She was like, you got to tell me what that was.
436 in the live chat. We got 30 minutes, folks, until we draw a line in the sand and say no more likes. We need 300 to get to overtime. Run Machine tells us about roulette being the worst game in the casino. Probably the easiest game in the casino, though, I would say. What's easier than roulette? Maybe Keno.
Keno.
Ace 4-7. Am I wrong?
I think if you're looking for like an actual table game, I would say roulette is the easiest game.
It's the easiest.
It's the easiest game.
A color or a number. And, you can get a little intricate with where you place your bet, but it's a color or a number.
Right. Yeah, you have inside and outside. The differences are pretty obvious. They're pretty easy to be explained to brand new gamblers.
Oh, yeah. Easiest.
Ultimate Texas Hold'em is super easy for players who know how to play poker, but they don't necessarily play table games. So that's another option.
And you know what another easy game is that people think is so hard because of where it's placed in the casino? Baccarat. Very easy game.
Actually, Pai Gow is pretty easy too because you can just have the dealer set your hand for you,
right?
The same way that they are instructed to set their hands,
right?
And so you can basically just put your money up and collect comp points. That's
yeah.
pretty much how everybody I've talked to that plays a lot in casinos says that the best way to upgrade your cards is through playing Pai Gow. It's a pretty break-even game. You can play for a long time, unless you run like crap like I do. The one time I played it, I lost like 11 hands straight. So,
oh my goodness!
Not supposed to be common. But.
I don't think I've ever collected a Keno bet before. You always do that when you're. Used to be a lot more. They had Keno runners going to restaurants when you're eating breakfast or lunch, and let's throw a few dollars while we're eating dinner. Never collect.
Only time I've ever played Keno was in a bowling alley.
Pair of kings for Jacob. Which is the table game? Is it Ultimate Texas Hold'em or where if you hit a royal flush, it's like a huge, huge payout?
I think they do have that on Ultimate. It's like a bonus bet, I think, that you can place, and then if you hit the royal.
Yeah, it's like some sick, because a friend of mine years ago, within 10 minutes of getting to Vegas, he hit the royal flush. He won like 40 grand, Tom. And the guy didn't buy anybody dinner.
What?
We used to have a thing, the winner for the day would buy dinner for everybody. This guy won $40K. Didn't buy dinner. We gave him shit for the rest of his life. We still give him shit.
He deserves it.
That's the thing with me. I'm maybe a little bit too generous when I'm winning out in Vegas.
When we go to these casinos as groups, the person who's losing the most has to buy dinner.
Ooh.
Encourage you to play better.
Ooh. Kazim with 2 pair. Queens and 4s.
There's nothing worse than losing like 3 bullets at 1-2 and then losing in credit card roulette. You ever played credit card roulette, Rick?
Yes. I don't like that.
Not a fan?
I'm not a fan.
Too much of a sweat?
Too much of a sweat.
Minus EV for enjoyment value?
Exactly. Strawman, I did not see the picture of you posting with you and Marianne from Gilligan's Island. Yeah, I think it might have been Let It Ride, New York to Austin. I think you're right.
The Royal Flush game?
Yeah, I think whatever where it's an unbelievable 1,000 or 10,000 to 1, whatever it is, it was something ridiculous. And he looked like he saw a ghost because he wasn't a gambler, and he came up to all of us. He just put his hands out and showed us all the chips.
He did. It was the ghost of generosity past.
I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, 5 players flopping virtually nothing. Kazim with a pair of 6s. Zaya betting with the best hand here, pair of 9s. This is probably getting through. He's going to defend with the 6 here. Yep. Curiosity killed the cat.
Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder in the box. Big Daddy D was there earlier. There's a 6.
Got there.
Trips. Kazim. Whenever I see his name, Kazim, I think of Shazam.
I feel like he needs an exclamation point at the end.
Yes, and a you know, what did he wear? What did Shazam wear? A ring, and he pointed it to the sky and said Shazam.
That sounds right.
Grand Poobah says he hit a steel wheel and let it ride on my 21st birthday, secondhand ever gambling. What did that pay, Poobah? What did that steel wheel pay and let it ride? And what did you have on it? Cumulative winnings, Naked James up 2,700, Dewey up 2,000. Everybody else, well, 449 and 228 for Jacob. Everybody else losing. Skull Mike losing the most right now, down 2,100.
Rattle is on. What are we doing here? $30 with the ace-4 offsuit. We get a defense with the queen-10 on the button.
Wow. Said he had three $15 bets and it paid just under $14K.
Nice.
Not too shabby. Second hand ever on his 21st birthday.
I've never done those.
Five
Poobah.
ways here with some reasonably bad hands.
Ace 3-8, couple of spades. Pair of aces for Naked James.
James going to bet this flop. He raised pre, so look for him to bet. Oh, checky. James play a little trap. Okay. Kazim betting with air balls, $50. He's getting check called by James for sure. Let's see if Jacob playing this hand too. Okay.
7 of diamonds on the turn.
Blank of blanks.
Naked James has this pretty locked up unless a 3 comes out.
Not today.
8 of diamonds on the river. 2 pair for Naked James.
James decides he doesn't want any more money. Can never be too safe.
465 in the live chat. Not too shabby on a Wednesday night. We thank you all, each and every one of you, for tuning in tonight. Remember, we're not going to have a stream on Saturday or Sunday. Saturday or Monday. I don't know why I said Sunday. We got to overtime, folks.
We're going to overtime.
We got to overtime. Thank you. We hit it with 21 minutes to spare. The ladies for Jacob, 10-10-9. Boat City for Kazim. Just flops a boat. Jacob thinks he's all over this flop. Skull Mike wearing a Lodge hat, sunglasses, hoodie. Looking the part for sure tonight. Boat City for Kazim. So we're going to go to overtime tonight. Jack of spades. So now an open-ended straight draw for Jacob. That's no good. He's looking for one of the 2 remaining queens in the deck.
Kazim happy to continue flatting here. Let him continue to think he's got the best hand and then spring the trap on the river.
7 of diamonds. So Kazim flops the boat. 80, and here comes the raise. Kazim just thinking, how much is Jacob going to be willing to pay off?
He's going to have to go small.
Hoping he has a 10-7. Makes it 300, raises it on up. Quick call from Jacob. Shows the queens. Kazim shows the boat. He shoots, he scores! We're going to overtime.
She didn't announce it. Oh. Mine's Jack 9. I may have been a little bit.
Somebody actually probably did go up and tell Skull Mike to fix the drawstrings on his hoodie. They were not even. We got police in the chat that really get upset if that happens. There you see the remaining couple tables for the PLO Wednesday night tournament. Then the other tables are cash tables here on a Wednesday night. Lodge always a happening place. After this hand, I'm going to tell you one more time about our sponsor of the night. Thank you.
Seven deuce or no? I would have been in trouble. I pulled the 7 deuce.
463 in the live chat. 10:12 Central Time on a Wednesday evening. November the 3rd. Can't believe it's November already. Thanksgiving around the corner. Christmas, New Year's coming next month. Unbelievable.
This past year's flown by.
It really has. We've done a lot here in the Lodge family. We've moved clubs. Still can't believe. You know, we thought the Lodge, the old Lodge, was such a great place, and it was.
It was.
But if you look at pictures of where we were and where we are, it's like, holy crap. We didn't just upgrade. We went from steerage to first class. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it wasn't an upgrade. It was an evolution.
And we thought it was great. It was great. But I'm just, you look at old pictures. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 19 tables is great. Capability for 60 is even better.
Queen Jack 9. Pair of 7s for Jacob. Again, a pocket pair for him that doesn't look good. 6 of clubs. 3 of hearts. Kazim is going to win this hand.
Take it down.
So let me tell you about our sponsor one more time. Do you have any questions about mortgages? Like, can I even qualify? What does it take to buy a home? How much money do I need to put down? And what if I don't have great credit? Also, what rate can I refinance at? And how much money can I take out of the house? How much equity do I have? James Stewart gets asked these questions every day, and the great news is it costs you nothing to get the answers you need to make for your to make a decision for you and your family. Just contact James the Milkman Stewart, who works for Guaranteed Rate, the second largest mortgage company in the U.S. Call him at 512-800-0838 or email him at james.stewart@rate.com. That's james.stewart@rate.com. He's licensed in Texas and in Arizona. So call our good friend James Stewart if you have any questions with regards to mortgages or refinancing.
All right, Rick, we're in the danger zone. Josiah, 3 bets pre-flop and has a real hand.
There you go.
Here we go. We're going to play a big one, folks. Ace-Jack suited versus Kings.
How about them Cowboys?
Ace-Jack versus... Will an ace hit on the flop? Nope. Queen 8-7.
Unfortunately for Josiah, he's not really going to get any action here. I'd be surprised if he puts the floaties on with ace-high. Runner, diamond draw. Josiah is a very aggressive opponent, but this is super risky.
Jimmy B. I'll have to take a look at that if I want to do that or not. But thank you, though, for the offer. No need to do that. But thank you for the offer. Jerry, it is a Wednesday night. We've still got a lot going on here at the lodge. Can't have 60 tables going on every day.
No, but we can during our series, especially the one coming up.
Yeah. Are you talking about the I-35 Cup, or are you talking about the Spring Mayhem series?
Spring Mayhem series.
They're still putting the finishing touches on the event. So Poobah was in the chat earlier. He's waiting to announce everything because I believe there's going to be a mystery bounty tournament.
It's going to be sweet.
That'll be fun. But the Thanksgiving I-35 Cup is coming up this month, just 3 weeks away. A joint production. And here's Dewey. He's going to raise it on up to 400 with Ace Jack offsuit.
James gives him the old, what the heck, I wanted to play my 8-5 off look.
Skull Mike looks at King 4 suited, says, I can't find a hand. Hopefully they'll all come in Vegas. Kazim with Queen 8 offsuit will fold.
That's how you win with Ace Jack, ladies and gentlemen. Blast it pre, have everyone fold, take the money.
Zeta Man, good night. We will have fun in Vegas. Thank you.
Or
So the
maybe not.
Uh-oh. Jacob with
Maybe
7-6 suited.
Flopzilla? Oh, here
Wow.
we go. Let's play.
I thought this hand was over. Jacob,
Same. Let's play.
the gambler, Jacob. Ooh, he does hit a 7 and a straight draw.
Boy.
Dewey now with 6 outs, an ace or a jack.
I like playing the 6-7 for a check raise here, but we'll see what he does. Yeah. Dewey's going to blast it because he blasts it every time he bets. Bet a G.
And he looks away, this time not to the ceiling. Jacob, he hit the flop. He hit what he wanted.
Sort of.
I guess he wanted hearts. But he hit part of the flop without a big card out there.
Indeed.
So low cards and you hit. That's kind of what you're hoping for against somebody who's raising. You're thinking hopefully they have big slick.
Interesting that Dewey's body language is just so much different now than when he actually has it.
But Jacob not even looking at him.
Nope.
There he is. Just took his first glance over.
Just flat. Ugh. How do you just flat?
Makes the call there. And now Dewey's saying, do I just shut it down here? Unless an ace or a jack hits.
Maximum turn punishment?
So
Nope.
now 2 pair for Jacob. Still the same 6 outs for
Open
Dewey.
rip. Okay. Well, this hand is over.
Dewey looks perplexed, saying, how could he make that bet? That was supposed to be my bet. Jacob ready to show cards. He's already showing the 8 seat, and Damon's telling him, please don't show cards. Don't see how Dewey can call this.
The hand that should have been over 3 minutes ago with the result of a raise and take it pre is now almost about 5K.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Hello, Charles Kennedy. Good to see you again as we wait for Dewey to... I don't see how he calls here.
The only way is if he can talk himself into his opponent having a worse ace high with the diamond draw. It's the only way he can justify calling this. And even then, it's just like, what's the likelihood of that happening?
Dewey looking at his chips, saying, if I call, how many chips will I have left?
He knows there's no chance that his opponent has a full house. no chance his opponent called 400 pre with a 3 in his hand. So the straight seems really unlikely too. So there's a lot of, when your opponent doesn't have a lot of like super value type hands, you can easily talk yourself into them having a big draw. He might do it. I don't think.
Did he just call?
Nah.
No, he just showed a 7. So now Dewey, I don't know if I would show that.
That's not great.
Jacob. Why would you show that?
Because if your opponent has like queens or jacks, they just snap you off.
Yeah, there's no benefit for him to show that.
No.
So, anyways, didn't get the call.
You show the 6. That's the one to show.
Yeah.
6 of hearts is the card.
482 in the live chat. There's your cumulative winnings. Naked James up 2,900. Now Jacob has vaulted to second place, 1,100. Skull Mike down 2,200.
He's been blinded off about 100 since I got here, so.
Yes, Chris the Cop. They both hate to fold. But Dewey has been playing pretty conservative for Dewey tonight.
Does seem that way from what I've seen of this game so far. He seems to be a little tighter than I'm used to seeing him.
CJB 5005, Vegas on Saturday. Absolutely. Jacob's still stacking his chips.
Good problem to have. Josiah opening the 9-8 off, getting called by the 9-5 suited, and the Jack-7 suited. And the Deuce-4, oh, the Deuce-4 suited is out, okay.
Skull Mike in the live chat says, all I want for Christmas is one pair. That's funny. Good stuff.
It was aces.
Yeah. Skull Mike has not had much to play with tonight. Hope he doesn't do this when we do our Norman Chad Lon McCarran commentator versus commentator stream. Naked James has been very quiet tonight. He's winning.
Suspect.
He's loving life. Josiah Esquire with a straight draw.
And
basically
2 overs.
a nine high.
Cash $, about ready to get this in. Flops top 2. But he is against a wild opponent. Yeah.
Skull Mike says Naked James running like Usain Bolt. He was winning the other day. I came in here. What was it? Was it Tuesday morning? Tuesday morning around 10 a.m. Had a little meeting here at the lodge, and I saw a big game of PLO going, and somebody whispered in my ear, and Naked James is over there with a stack of yellow chips.
Nobody is safe.
Stack of yellow, $1,000 chips here at the lodge. The prettiest chip we have.
Playing a super big pot with 2 really bad hands, and a James with a mystery hand. I'm not even sure he's looked yet, to be honest.
Jaspo, that's funny. King of Spades. Don't know what Naked James has. 1,700 in the pot.
I'm going with 7-8 suited. That's my guess.
We may hear Ship the Biscuits here in a minute if Naked James hits. Nuts and Glory. I don't know if we'll be commentating the party because we want to have fun, but we will take pictures and some videos so everybody can see. It is for you, by the way, the party. Whether you're going to be in attendance or not, this party is for the people of Chatsville.
Let's see if James hit his 7-8.
Don't know what Naked James. Still don't know what he has.
The suspense is killing me. All right, Chatsville, what do you think Naked James won this pot with?
I don't know if he won the pot because
I think he sent the money. Did he send the money that
I
direction?
don't know if he sent any money yet. Can't see the camera.
He bet 600 and then 6
Waiting for this to all get sorted out. Coming
They're
up on
just-
10:30,
They're going over the details of the hand now through the mic, so they're going to get it straightened out for us. We'll be able to see what it was. What is it? 4-4. Oh, James has 4-4 for forceful. Okay. Well, there's what Mike was saying. James running like Usain Bolt. Well, 4 on the river.
at 10:27, we got to 317 likes. We needed 300 to get to overtime. So we're going to give you some overtime tonight. Haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. We're trying to get to 20,000. That's our next big milestone. We're at 18,300. In January the 12th, that's a Wednesday night, we've got an agreement for Lon McCarran and Norman Chad to come to the Lodge Mahal and play on a live stream. One of us, Skull and I, will be on the felt. The other will be in the bunker. Same with Norm and Lon. One of them will be on the felt. The other will be in the bunker. Do tag team commentating with the great ones, the legends, Norman Chad, Lon McCarran.
How excited are you for that, Rick, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Over 10.
100?
I'm
1,000?
You know, we've had a lot of famous people come, a lot of great vloggers. Honestly, in my mind, and I told this to Skull the other day, I'm more excited for Norman Chad to walk through the doors of the lodge than anybody we've had so far. Call me crazy. He's done so much for poker, and he's not even a player. He plays poker, he enjoys poker, but that's not how he makes his living. Think how much enjoyment people have from watching Norman Chad over the years. Lon McCarran, the straight man, has been with him side by side for years and years.
He's made his living talking about his ex-wives. It's amazing.
Exactly.
Absolute GOAT status for poker commentary. I'd put Nick Schulman in that conversation too when it comes to talking about strategy. And
oh no, there's no doubt. Nick Schulman, Norman Chad, and Lon McCarran are not the best in strategy, and they'll be the first to tell you that.
No, but that's not the point. The point is that there's so many different ways to do this. And it's so interesting how over the years, especially, it's developed. You know, across all the different the streams. You know, with Gabe Kaplan from
I really
Welcome Back Cotter days.
I really like Gabe Kaplan and what he did.
So many cool styles.
But I think Nick Schulman, I like what Platt and Hanks do on Poker Go. I think they do a great job. Different people have different styles. Nobody should be the same. If we were all the same, it would be snooze fest. That's why people say, you know, you guys should be more like this. You guys, no, we're who we are, and we're glad, and we're glad that they're who they are, and we watch them all. But we're excited for Norman Chad and Lon McCarran to come.
Ooh,
357.
James, what?
Oh my goodness! And look, the less he talks, the more cards he hits. He just flops a straight with by the way, a backdoor straight flush draw. The ladies for Krista. And Krista bet 150.
A local Austin man was involved in a terrible horseshoe accident the other day.
My goodness.
Whew.
Yes, Krista Kopp. I'll make a sandwich bet with Norman Chad.
What are the
Easy.
odds we get a 10 on the turn here?
7.
Oof.
So now, Naked James, 83%, flop the straight, doesn't like the board pair. Krista thinks she's home free.
Yeah, she should just be ripping here. She's going for value instead. And,
Quick call from Jacob.
She's going to get the bad news on the turn here, I think, from Mr. James, who is blasting.
James is coloring up. As he's coloring up, he's making bets. And Krista says, oops. Oops.
Pot committed, but I'm beat. Here
She's
we
only
go.
got 243 behind.
Yeah.
So this should all be in.
Yeah. You don't have to be happy about it, though. She knows there's basically no bluffs in range here, but it's like, do you really want to save the 240? Or yeah, why not?
Cody, I'm sure if you come to the lodge on the 12th, I'm sure Norman Chad would love to shake your hand, take a picture with you. Jacob says,
Nice.
throw me a 10 ball, corner pocket.
Or a 7. That's the
10
dirty
or a
one.
7.
7's the dirty one. Ding, ding, ding. Oh.
Nope. Naked James goes all in.
Rip it. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Nakia says he should be quiet more often. I'm going to tell. I'm serious. I was going to say that to him after the stream. I said, Naked James, you know, your MO is the loudest guy in the room. But I got to tell you, when you're quiet, you can't miss. Deck is hitting him square in the forehead.
No shot. We don't run that good.
VPIP, 65%. Krista down at the bottom, 16%. Skull Mike, 24%. Everybody's just watching Naked James get paid off. No, Cody C., the 12th of January. Norman Chad, Lon McCarron coming the 12th of January. What we are doing on November 10th, next week, a week from tonight, our next stream, actually, because we won't be on Saturday or Monday, our next stream will be the 10th of November. That's Veterans Day. We're going to shine the spotlight on all the veterans. The only people playing on the stream will be veterans, and we're going to say a big thank you. We're raising money that night for the Wounded Warrior Project. We've set up a link that you can donate. Whatever you donate, Chatsville, DQ will match up to $5,000 of it. And as we get an 8-9-4 rainbow flop, pair of 8s for both Naked James and Jacob, pair of 9s, Skull Mike. As Naked James is going to get color up.
This is the first time that Skull Mike has flopped a pair since Reagan left office.
There you go.
Let's see if we can get this pair to hold. So far, so good.
I get it, David, that Veterans Day is November 11th, but we're not streaming November 11th. We're streaming November 10th. We're not saying it's Veterans Day. We're saying it's a Veterans Day stream. We get it. We get it. But our stream is Wednesday. That's when we're doing this stream. The veterans, every veteran that's playing, they are more than happy they're coming on the 10th. They are so thankful that we're doing this. Every one of them. We've got so many that we have more than just a stream table. We're going to have at least one other table, maybe two other tables going on at the same time, and we'll switch them out so everybody gets a chance to play on the stream. I get it. Dude, David Perry.
Mike got so excited to flop top pair and have it hold that he actually showed. I don't know, that's something that he does very often.
Now, that's something I didn't know. The dark green Marine says November 10th is the Marine Corps' birthday. That's interesting. Maybe the problem with that is we're going to have so many people in different branches of the service. What we thought about doing is pairing different branches of the service together and doing a tag team event. No worries, David Perry. Much love for you, brother. Much love.
I think I just saw a suited ace hit the muck pre. I don't know what's going on. People feeling okay? Skull Mike with 2 cards over a 9. Definitely good for 200 when you're seeing the kind of stuff he's been seeing tonight. Carla in there with the pocket 9s. Josiah finds the fold button somehow.
How cool would it be, though, for us to raise $10K for the Wounded Warrior Project?
It'd be amazing.
I think we're going to do it. Ace 4-5, Rainbow.
Whoever it was that folded ace 4 pre is not thrilled.
Carla, who flopped Quadrophenia with 5s earlier in the night, is going to get Skull Mike out of the pot. Skull Mike cannot win a pot. $456 in the live chat. I think this is Naked James' second massage of the night. He started the stream off with a massage. Is he going to take his shirt off? This is how he got his name. Naked James.
This is why we have new cameras.
This is why the masseuse wipes down all of her equipment from one guest to another. BP Poker, I would say that Skull Mike is a very good poker player. As much shit as we give each other, he's very good. Sometimes you zig when you shouldn't zag. Aaron, the gentleman who's sitting beside me tonight has been in with me a couple times. His name is Tom Penza. He is a supervisor here at the lodge and has probably the best voice. I guess you and Joe Pick would be a 1-2.
Joe Pick is the he's the guy. He does voice acting, so he's reads for some books, for some audio stuff.
I think between the two of you, you could Seti McGetty for Naked James as he's getting massage. The chips are just going right into James' pocket.
He pretends to bet 50 in the dark after seeing the 9 on the flop. That was cute.
Yeah. His 3-9's good. Now he's telling people what he has.
He's practicing geometry with all these angles.
David Perry said he's not taking his shirt off, is he? He has before. That's why I said warning, Will Robinson. 3 of clubs. Naked James is going to win another pot. Kazim has squadouche. That's the term I'm going to use when Norman Chad is in the bunker with me. Squadouche.
You're going to have to pay him $1 every time you do it, though.
Exactly.
You'll see in 30 minutes too, but you never know. Is that good? We ain't even playing 2-7. Boy, you better get your ass out of there.
And Naked James is continuing his run. As Skull Mike said, he's running better than Usain Bolt. A quiet, gentler James.
Let's not get carried away.
Chip count. Naked James with 6,500 in front of him. Skull Mike is Good in chips, at least. He's got 5,400 in front of him. And you see all the rest. Krista's about 243 in front of her. Yeah, Skull Mike is on the table to keep Naked James in line. Naked James has gotten more instruction from supervisors here at the lodge than our employees.
He needs more instruction than our employees. This is definitely an accidental raise from the 9 seat. They may allow him to take it back, but according to normal poker rules, I think you're going to just have to be forced to raise here. He thought it was 25 to him, so he threw out 5 red, but the big blind only had a green chip, so accidental raise, as we can see by the Jack-8 suited.
KK Luciano, we don't do Clarence usually on Wednesday nights, usually on Saturday nights when he comes out. But I'm going to give you this just because you asked.
What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence.
9 of hearts.
You know, it's rumored that Clarence had real nice parents.
Yes. Real good marriage. Kazim with the flush draw and a straight draw.
Options.
Pair of 3s for cash money. And Kazim is going to take it down. So we mentioned the I-35 Cup. We also mentioned briefly February 22nd through March 6th. Mark the dates. You are not going to want to miss it. It's Spring Mayhem. The Mayhem is back at the Lodge Mahal. We had it. What an event we had. Every event achieved well over the guarantee. I think the first event with the Poker Atlas event, we guaranteed 500K. It got to 990K. The main event,
missed it.
we guaranteed 1.25 milli, and it got to 1.77 milli. So we just killed the free roll. We guaranteed in our free roll, we guaranteed 25K. It got to 49K.
And our free roll this past Tuesday, yesterday,
Yeah,
21K.
it's the single greatest thing each week. It's just unbelievable how popular that Tuesday night. 2 weeks ago I was in it and ran deep, had ace king. John Good had pocket 9s. He hit a 9 on the river. I had an ace on the flop. Wasn't good.
We don't call him John Run Good for nothing.
No, he ended up cashing. One of us was going to. Nakia, we're not bringing Clarence to Vegas. I'm not carrying anything on. I carry one little bag, goes in the overhead bin. I get off the plane and go. Not going to pack Clarence, but it's a good idea, though.
Carla's about to be really happy that Krista only has a couple hundred left because 2 pair over 2 pair. Plus Jacob has ace queen for top. This is going to be a decent sized pot.
I think James is single. Don't know the answer to that. Come on, guys.
This is a very disciplined fold with the ace queen. I like it. Just getting out of the way.
The two ladies at the table in their first pot together.
Carla wanting maximum punishment, and she gets it. Rooting for the ace-queen that folded. I like it.
5 of spades. Krista is going to take it down with 2 pair.
Told you, ace on the turn. No, I was really trying to get you out of that hand. I was trying to make it heads up.
Yeah, there's a lot of rebuying in that Tuesday night free roll.
Just a bit.
Anytime you get below your starting stack, anytime, you can buy up to 5 times that amount, plus a dealer appreciation. So for $105, you can get, what, 55,000 in chips on Tuesday
sir.
night. You can do that anytime you're below the starting stack. And then you can also do it at break.
You do 110 at break for 60K.
So literally, you could come in the hand before break, buy your 55K, and then at break add on another 110 and get 60 more. You could go into coming back from break with 115,000 in chips.
If you are just starting, it'd be 130 because you'd have your 15K starting as well. So, yeah.
130 for what, 200 and whatever it is, 200
215
plus the buy. Yeah, 215. Yep. So not a some people try that.
You get to avoid the craziness of the first 2 hours where there's a lot of people playing a lot of hands.
But people are walking out. First place money is high 4s into 5,000.
It's almost always over 5.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Usually pays a solid amount of players too. 15, 12 to 15 places paid. It's nice. All right, Krista heating up, wins a couple of pots here. Coming back.
Yeah, several people have won it literally on the free roll. They didn't rebuy. They didn't do anything. They just run their stack up just on the first buy-in amount.
It's certainly possible to do, especially if you start from the beginning. Blinds still start at 1 and 200, so 15K is not a bad amount of chips at that stage. And if you can get some hands, get some value, it is possible. But it's a long tournament too, a lot can happen. We have a straddle on. We got the open to 125 with the king-queen suited, 40% of a royal. It's a lot. You're almost halfway there.
Pat O'Call makes a good comment. Can we give the dealer some love? Throwing perfect cards, keeping the game going. No joke. Yep. Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, is a great dealer. I'll put our dealers against any dealers in any room in the country right now. We've got some strong dealers. And the reason is, dealers are business people. They want to come where they're going to make money. So great dealers want to come to the place they're going to make the most money, and that's the Lodge right now.
I think the state of Texas in general is the poker haven in this country right now, and it has been that way for quite some time. So people making the decision to move here from all over the place, and I fully expect that to continue for a long time. The state is doing it right.
Good night, Jimmy B, a.k.a. Coins. Jimmy B gave both Mike and I a special coin. Cumulative winnings, Naked James up 5,500.
65% VPIP, and he's up 1,100 big blinds. I like it.
Dewey up 513, Carla up 179, Jacob up 41. That's it. Everyone else is down. Skull Mike no longer at the bottom of the heap. Josiah Esquire takes that spot from him, losing 2,200.
Don't call it a comeback, Mike. Let's do this. Still got time.
Drunk Pigeon. Damon was in, I believe, the 2011 or 13 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship on ESPN with Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut, and he was on the stage. So obviously he didn't win, but I want to say it was low 30s is the number he ate. We'll have to get an exact count, but he was a competitive eater he was on a circuit. 7, 9, 10.
Not much variance in hot dog eating contests, I'll tell you that.
2 pair for Skull Mike. There's an 8 of hearts. Now a heart draw for Naked James. He's probably going to hit this, the way his night is going.
This is a dream card if you're trying to imagine ways to lose this hand with 9-7.
Ace on the river. Skull Mike with his 2 pair. There's a heart draw out there. Bigger straights. Lots of straights. 4 liners to a straight.
He's stuck, so he's got to go for value. I mean, it's got to get some money in there. Somebody pay me.
Aaron Landon says, I agree, Rick. I've been frequenting the lodge and now the Lodge Mahal for 3 years, and the dealers are awesome.
Boom. Plus 100. Let's go.
That's why Mike is so good. He knows. He knows in these dangerous spots when he should be betting just enough to get called.
This time he did. Earlier tonight, he finally zigged. Well, he should have zigged. Lately tonight, it's been zigging when he should have zagging. But there you go. We'll give him credit. There's your chip counts.
I wasn't there for that part, so I'll only speak to current events.
Skull is definitely due, but that was a tough one to win with flush draw, four to a straight draws.
Ace hits the river.
Ace on the river.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I don't know why I always watch. I look forward to July 4th for obviously the fireworks and just the day itself, celebrating America's birthday. But I do watch that Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest every year. There's something just that is compelling about that, about human beings dipping hot dogs in liquid and eating them. I don't know why. I can only imagine an hour after that show. You know, what are they doing? Let's follow them. Let the camera follow each contestant at 1 hour after the contest.
It's just going to be a line of porta potties.
I mean, that's just...
I never got really interested in watching much of those hot dog eating contests because it just reminds me of every family cookout I ever had. So
I do believe that is a tattoo of the state of Texas on his hand. King 9-5, couple of clubs. Dewey flops a king. Yes, the announcer at the hot dog eating contest is funny as hell. I think the winner, Joey Chestnut has gotten it up to 80 hot dogs.
80?
I think it's gotten up to 80. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might be. I know it's in the 70s. $460 in the live chat. We are coming down to the end of regulation, and we'll give you some overtime tonight. Slick Rick along with Tom the Hitman Penza.
Oh, I like that one too. That's got a ring to it.
Just rack me up. Let me get out of here.
James begging for an exit.
Look at the stacks of black chips. Black chips 100, green chips 25, red chips 5, and blue chips are 1. We don't see any purple. Actually, we see Skull Mike has 2 banana chips out there. Those are $1,000 each. Don't see any plums out there. Those are our $500 chips.
Nice.
Got the
Carlo
ladies.
punishing the limpers here.
Cody C. Rick, I think we played 1-2 the other week. Quite possible. That's what I play here at the Lodge Mahal.
Final 2 tables of the PLO free roll.
Yeah.
Rick, this is going to be my last hand. I do have to run here at 11. It's been nice being back here, being back on the cast.
Absolutely. Always appreciate you stepping in when you can. And I know you got other responsibilities other than sitting in on the stream, but we appreciate it.
See, we're flattening the ace-queen on the straddle here for 25. I like it. Try to induce some action from some of these wild players behind. James found a hand he didn't want to win with.
Skull Mike with 8-9. We'll
It's
raise it
gonna
on
bite.
up to 175.
Let's see if the ace-queen goes for a 3-bet here or just calls. I'm leaning towards just calling. He seemed to do. He done that with ace-king once earlier, so yeah, flat.
Cody C., just curious, how did you find out about the lodge? Said you found out about it in October. We're always interested how you found out about us. Jack 9-3. Pair of jacks for cash money. Pair of 9s for Skull Mike.
I assume if it checks to Mike, he's going to continue the story and bet again, but he might not. He might check it back.
Yeah, Brian.
He's going to bet bigger if he does. 350. 300, yeah. Cash is going literal nowhere. Ace queens, sad panda, fold. Let's see. Turn. Pairs the 3. This probably goes check, check. And a 3.
So boat over boat here.
Cash goes for a couple hundy.
And Skull Mike's going to pay this off, whatever the bet is.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not so sure.
$600 is the bet. I think he's calling. Let us know in the chat. One if you think he's calling. 2 if you think he's folding.
Want to bet a sandwich on it?
I save my sandwich bets.
Okay.
1 if you think he's calling. 2 if you think he's folding. I think he's calling here.
Today, Junior?
He's thinking about it. He's reaching for chips.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He has to be so tilted to make this call.
Reaching for chips.
Oh, no.
Cash Money says, please put it in. Please put it in. I need another tattoo. He folds. You would have won a sandwich bet.
Skull Mike didn't let me down.
Those of you who put 2 in the chat, pat yourself on the back. Grand Poobah says Mike's never folding here, right as Mike folded. I thought the same thing. Pooh.
Awesome. All right, Chatsville, you guys have a great night. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream. It's a pleasure to be here. Hopefully we'll get on again real soon.
That was the great Tom Penza.
Thanks, Rick.
That's what they say when you leave stage. Let's give it up for Tom Penza.
Some nights.
You know, I always like when guys come out and just start looking for applause, like, who likes cake? Yeah. You're getting the applause going early.
Nothing wrong with an easy laugh, Rick.
Let's hear it for cake. Aggression frequency. Thank you, Tom Penza, as he leaves. I'll run solo for this overtime as Naked James continues to get his massage. Skull Mike, great fold.
I straddled when you said 50 and I said see, that's why I don't do it.
And then I tell you you're negative. You're already saying you're not going to call a 50 without even seeing your cards. I'm going to call whatever without even seeing the cards. Oh my gosh.
See what it was?
Even if it's 7 2. We'll see in 30 minutes. Tell me what you have. I'm going to fuck this flop up. Put it back out there.
9-7-4 is the flop. Pair of sevens for Carla.
Go ahead.
Jack of spades on the turn. Skull Mike looking for a red 5. That's not it. Jacob's going to win with a pair of 4s. Skull Mike cannot hit anything tonight. I don't think it's that cold, Wes, honestly. The cold front came in last night. We had some rain yesterday and today, but it's really not that cold. As Jacob's going to win this pot, Skull Mike gets out of the way. Cumulative winnings. There you see it. Skull Mike retakes the party throwing, down 2,400. Josiah Esquire down 2,200.
And I'm not going to call 50 times 4.
You're already in for 20. You're calling 30. There's already you know what?
I didn't ask for coaching at all.
What are you talking about? I'm on your side. Whoa, I'm on your side.
I also am the baby stack.
I need a loan. If you need a loan, I got you. For sure.
I know.
I guess it might be a little cold. I don't know. I just didn't feel it today. I didn't think it was chilly. If you're out in Vegas, what is the weather out there? That's what I'm curious about. Guess I can look it up online. Going to be there Saturday morning early. Very early. Quick call from Krista and Jacob. Krista with pocket 6s. Flop becomes queen 9-8. All hearts and a flush for Naked James. My goodness. Naked James living the good life right now. Seven of diamonds. Flush still way in the lead. He doesn't want another heart to come out because Carla will have a higher flush. 200 is the bet. It's 50 degrees in Austin. Do I turn my heater on? I don't, but because your house isn't, inside isn't 50 degrees. Outside is. Your house is probably about 65 right now. That's still comfortable. Some good thing about it, your electric bill is going to be way down. Next electric bill you receive. Looking for a heart is Carla. No heart. Naked James just running over this game. Bets 400. I don't think Carla was in. I think, who was in? Was it Skull Mike in there? I don't know. Anyways, Naked James sweeps another pot his way. Thank you, Chance. Chance Robinson says Las Vegas, your high temperature will be in the low 80s. Low temperature in the mid 50s. There you go. Thank you. Sounds pretty delightful to me. I don't know if I've ever been to Vegas in November. This may be my first November Vegas trip ever. I've been a lot of times. Maybe over 100 times in my life, but never, I don't think ever in November. Skull Mike, ace-8 offsuit, folds. Naked James raises to 75 with King-Jack suited. Kazim calls, so does Carla with 6-7 offsuit. Five players go to the flop. 405 in the pot. Ace, deuce, 10, couple of spades. Naked James, of course, hits his royal flush draw. Pair of tens for Kazim, 8, and then a king. Naked James with his king. He's winning with a river king with an ace on the board. Bets 50. Kazim calls with his pair of tens. Naked James is going to show him the bad news. When you're winning with king, with a pair of kings with an ace on the board, it's your night.
Anything you would have bet on the flop,
Yeah, I agree, Chance. It's a nice time of the year. There's your cumulative winnings. Naked James just killing it tonight. So reminder, folks, tell your friends, no live stream on Saturday or Monday. We will be back a week from tonight for our Military Appreciation Veterans Day stream, even though it's not on Veterans Day. It's on November 10th, the day before Veterans Day. We're going to honor all the veterans that want to that play at the lodge and that want to play on the stream. We've got a list, way more than a full table. Probably going to have at least 2 tables going, and we'll switch them throughout the night. And we are so excited to have set up a link with the Wounded Warrior Project. Whatever Chatsville can raise through that link that night, DQ will match up to $5,000. So we could conceivably, I hope, raise a minimum of $10,000 that night going to the Wounded Warrior Project just from our little community. We can do it, folks. We've already set up the link. Many of you have already donated. It's in the description of this show. It's a link. Doesn't come to us. We don't touch any of this money. It goes straight to the Wounded Warrior Project. We're not getting any part of that. Wesley, thank you for saying that. Really appreciate that, those kind words. Queen 9-7. Pair of 9s for both Jacob and Kazim. Dewey, with his pair of 7s, calls the 65. Looks like we'll go 4 ways to a turn. 8 of diamonds on the turn. Open-ended straight draw now for Dewey with a pair of 7s. Jacob with the pair of 9s in the lead with the jack kicker. There's another 7. Dewey gets there. Trips for Dewey. Puts out 100. Josiah Esquire with pocket 4s, thinking about it, reaching for chips, makes the call. Going to see the bad news. Jacob's still thinking about it with his 2 pair, 9s and 7s. He folds. And Dewey gets there with his trips.
They should.
413 of you in the live chat. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on a Wednesday night hump day edition of Poker Night at the Lodge. Slick Rick going solo. Had Tom Penza in here earlier. Had Skull Mike on for about 15 minutes. It's been Naked James night. And everybody is just dealing with it. 75 is the bet. Skull Mike says, I'm going to come along with my Queen Deuce offsuit. Kazim comes along with his King 6 suited. Carla's certainly going to come along with Ace Queen. Up comes King Queen 8. Pair of kings for Naked James. Pair of kings for Kazim. Pair of queens for Skull Mike and Carla. Another king. Naked James. Oh my God. Just hitting everything left and right. Trips. For Naked James. 2 pair for Skull Mike. Joey, thank you Thank you for loving the streams. Appreciate it. Naked James just grabs a handful of black chips at $100 each and says, let's bet 1,000. Kazim quickly calls boat versus boat. Chop it up. David Perry, that's funny. Cumulative winnings, there you see it, folks. Only 3 people in the green, and Jacob barely in the green. Skull Mike and Josiah Esquire both down 2,500.
I think there is an advantage to being a woman in poker, though. Well, not necessarily against you guys, but a lot of casinos you just completely underestimated. Like, it's very fun to do. Like, in Kansas City, we went for the Bills game, so I had a bunch of Bills here on last year and sat down and I was like, what are the promotions? And some guys were like, straight flush over straight flush. That means 3, 4, 5, 6. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, yeah, okay, I did this. How to play poker.
Carla with the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
In the 5 seed. Ever since her quadrophenia 5s, Carla has been a little quiet. Pat Call says the longest massage ever for James. Heck, if you were up $6,000 at $1.50 a minute, keep going. Keep going. Jack 5-7. Heads up, Carla and Jacob. It's another 7, both players with 2 pair now. Quick bet, 150. Quick call. Queen on the river. Carla is going to lock this up as long as she stays in. She checks. Jacob says, I got showdown value. I'll show my pocket 9s. But I'm going to lose to pocket kings. Carla breathes a sigh of relief and takes the pot down. David, we on our live stream, we don't change the dealers out. We do it once a show. So you had Alex was the first one in the box, and then about midway through we brought Damon in. So typically a dealer in this room deals 30-minute downs. Every 30 minutes they get tapped and they go to the next table in their string. Depending on how many dealers we have and how many tables we have, a string could be anywhere from 3 to 7 tables where a dealer have to go and before their break. And that's how it is. But here at the live stream, because we don't want to keep changing dealers out, we just want to keep the action flowing. And since we are on only for 3.5 hours, we only have 2 dealers. That's why you see the same dealer on the live stream for a long, prolonged time. Flop 8-8-5. 2 pair for both Dewey and Jacob. Open-ended straight draw for Carla. But Kazim bets the 25. Carla calls and Dewey raises to 100 with his 2 pair. I think Kazim's going to get out of the way here. Says, I tried to win it. Maybe, maybe not. He folds. Ace on the turn. Check over to Dewey. No worries, David. My pleasure. Bertrand Smith says, been busy bricking a million tourneys in Vegas. I'm sorry, Bertrand. Much better luck tomorrow. Cumulative winnings. There you see now only 2 in the green. Everybody else losing. It's almost like a tournament. Winner take all here. Naked James. We got another 10, 15 minutes, and that's it. That'll do us until next Wednesday night. Remember, on Saturday, tune into your Instagram accounts. You will see, let's see, it's 7 o'clock Vegas time, so 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central Time. That's when the party will start. People will start arriving. Some people may be fashionably late. It only goes from 7 to 9:30. And that's when it's scheduled for. Who knows when everybody will file out of the suite. I mean, in Vegas, there's so much to do, so you don't want to be in a hotel suite all night. Definitely for the party. There's Naked James telling all of his friends how easy the money is back there. Bob Casey Ariel, great job solo, Slick Rick. You in the game of poker is why I'm here to watch. The Lodge Live, under the lights, saying good night. Good night, Chatsville. Bob Casey Ariel, thank you so much. Love to see Skull Mike win a pot. I know what he's going to tell me. The minute the stream ends, I want it all back. That's what he's going to tell me. I hope so. You know, I always like to see people win. All in from Josiah Esquire. He looks like he's got a lot more than 521 in front of him. Doesn't matter because he's going to win the pot because Skull Mike will fold. Definitely has more than 521 in front of him. Derek, I thought you said you weren't coming. Now you're coming. I can't keep up. Nakia says she's coming fashionably late. I can't be late for anything. I've tried. It's either a curse or a gift. My wife knows. 30 years we've been married. She knows that if we're to be there at 7, we arrive at 6:45. It just, I cannot be late. Remember in college, I once had a date that I literally showed up 2 hours early. She hadn't even showered yet to get ready. A little anxious. Showed a little bit too much interest. Ace 3-7. Oh my goodness. Pair of aces for Dewey. Dewey takes down another. Look at that ring on Dewey's finger. Very nice bling. There's your cumulative winnings one more time. Yes, Nakia, actually 2 hours early. It was a dorm situation, so it was, she lived with other people that I knew as well, so I sat in the common area and talked with all those people while waiting for her to get ready. I don't know why I went that early. I'm not going to say whether that date worked out good. It did. I'm just not going to kiss and tell. It did. Here comes the flop, 6 ways. Ladies for Krista. 10-6-3. Krista with the ladies way out in front here. She's going to make a bet here. Random Rich Life, what's up? Knows all about my date just 36. Circa 1973. Cash Money calls with his pair of 10s. Looking for a 9 or a 10. Does not come with the king of spades. All in for Krista. We're 369. Beautiful hat from Josiah Esquire wearing the stream hat. Cash Money asking for a count. Damon will give him one. Looks like 361 is the total amount. Random Rich Life. You know a little bit too much about my watch. That's kind of scary, but I guess it's kind of public knowledge. Skull Mike has been completely card dead this stream. I know you're not stalking me, Random Rich Life. No worries. You're just a watch guy. I get it. There's a lot of guys that are watch guys. I'm not really a watch guy. I just liked, years ago, I liked the way this watch looked. And, you know, at the end of the day, you really get what you pay for. If you buy one watch in your lifetime, and it's a Rolex, let's say you buy one watch, but that's it. You don't buy another watch. I bought this in the 80s, so, you know, that's 30 some odd years of the same watch. So the actual cost of the watch is not that much when you think of it. How many watches you'd buy in the meantime. Jack 6 deuce. Straight draw for Kazim.
Yeah, that's her right there. I got her from my buddy for cheap, but she's pretty expensive. Probably like 6,000
Carla's going to take that one down with a little bluff there, a little bet.
But he's moving. He just sold his house in Colorado, and he bought some land in Salado, so he's building a house.
Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder, going to deal another hand. Cumulative winnings there. We're coming down to the end of the show.
Ken and Kyle, where he's staying right now,
I would want to say maybe 10 minutes.
If you follow Frenchie, follow George Gutierrez with 512 Frenchie.
Is that who you were talking about? I breed Frenchies too.
Yeah, 512 Frenchie. I have a lot of his dogs.
I bred with him.
Who'd you breed to?
Kilo.
Kilo? He's a beast.
I have a fluffy female, or fluffy carrying female.
No. That's definitely not true, David Perry. Was not that expensive back then. They're a lot more today, by the way. 275 is the bet.
She's a little smaller. I might breed the Kilo. I mean, she's not related to me. I know, but my girl's really small, and my vet told me to find this.
Now we're talking about breeding dogs at the table. Skull Mike with King 9 suited. K9, woof. Going to lay it down. Carla's starting to heat up.
I'm assuming like $50,000.
Bertrand Skull Mike is losing tonight. That is a fact. There you see the final table at the top of the screen for the PLO tournament that we run on Wednesday nights. The left side of the screen, you see all the cash tables. There you see the chip counts. Right now on the table, 11, 15, 19, we got about 22,000 on the table right now in chips. A lot of cash on the table.
His stud fee is 5K.
I mean, you breed him 10 times, that's 50K right there.
Naked James talking about dog breeding right now.
He's a really reputable breeder. He has a lot. No, I'm saying like buy it, not to breed.
Skull Mike calls with a 6-3 of diamonds. Carla will raise with the ace-queen offsuit. Josiah Esquire comes along, wearing a great-looking hat. Jacob and Christopher Dewey comes along. Over to Skull Mike, who's thrown the party tonight, down 2,500, trying to make something happen here with 6-3 suited. He sees some money in the street, and he's going to raise it on up to 200. Putting a little squeeze play on the table. Josiah Esquire with King 10 suited. First, before him, Carla will come along. Josiah Esquire comes along. James, what would you do if it were on you, sir? You would fold. So here we go, 3 ways to a flop. Damon is going to give us a flop. Flop comes 6, 4, 8. Pair of sixes for Skull Mike. Will he continue the story? Skull Mike puts 4 black chips in the middle. Carla waves goodbye over to Josiah Esquire. Looking at his chips, the 2 players who are losing the most right now are now heads up. Skull Mike is going to take down this pot and says, geez, I finally get to win a pot. There's the VPIP for tonight. Jacob James 65%, Kazim at 60%, Krista at the bottom 19%, and that's what's going to do it, folks. We really appreciate everybody for hanging out with us on a Wednesday night. Got into overtime, and we will not have a show on Saturday or on Monday, but we'll be back next Wednesday for our military appreciation stream. For the Wizard of Lodge, for Skull Mike, who's on the felt, my name is Slick Rick. We'll see you next week on Poker Night at the Lodge.
Oh, really? No, I just know one. Yeah, there's a